TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson.
It's the morning after. 105.7 HD2.
Iggy's Drops of the Week.
Freeze like a cryogenic lab. Yeah. I would have studied up more on Vaseline had I known that would have been a...
I don't like how the rich people get preferential treatment.
Yeah, I saw a grandpa at Circus Flora.
Did you?
He was a listener, so he was pretty cool.
A first segment conversation.
You masturbate with Hawaiian Tropic, bro?
What?
Sunscreen?
So vivid, and yet so refreshing.
It's oil.
It was a healthy dollop.
Who's Ned Reynolds?
Now, somebody at the member
Super
guest
happy for
was... he couldn't stop talking to me about Riley Reid.
Huh?
If they gave out an award to get a member guest for best dressed, I'd have won that.
Walruses are encouraged to bring gentlemen lovers, preferably tops.
I'm good at what I do. Well, don't think.
I mean,
So you were in the locker room. Did you shower with the fellas?
You've trained your prostate to milk itself.
You can even go against the grain and not nick the main vein.
Would you rather have length or girth, Doug?
I don't think they're going just to visit Greg Norman and whatever he's packing. Jan.
She'd put her fingers in her dimples. Yeah. So there's that. No Hoosier would wear what I'm wearing. I can't do Tim's play-by-play. Tim is great at play-by-play on our matches. You can shut your trap. We have normal handicaps. Oh, digger.
We had our Westboro member guest, and I know that was a little more prestigious than what you just competed in.
What was that?
Can we get back to people riding Iggy's penis?
I don't know
off.
if
What in the world is that about?
That was Iggy's Drops of the Week.
I get asked all the time by people, if I'm in an accident, what should I do? And while yes, you should call the police, exchange insurance information, and take pictures of the scene, all those things are important. But the most important thing you need to do is hire a personal injury lawyer. This is Doug Biggs from Longo Biggs Injury Law. And if you've been hurt by someone else's negligence, don't take on the insurance company yourself. Insurance companies have teams of people and a playbook designed to keep you running in circles so they can pay you as little money as possible for your accident claim. If you don't have a lawyer, they know you can't bring your claim to court, and they will never give you full value. We recently took an offer from an insurance company without a lawyer on the case from $12,000 to $200,000. You can't get that kind of result without an attorney on your case. Even if you don't hire us, you need to hire a personal injury attorney. Check us out online at longobigs.com.
TMA presents their second ever trivia night, November 11th at Tim's alma mater, St. Gabe's, starting at 7:30 p.m. A little different than last year. Not just TMA trivia, all trivia, sports, entertainment, STL-centric, and a few rounds of TMA trivia thrown in for good measure. And it's hosted by Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson, and whoever else is on the show. You can purchase single tickets, tables of 8, or anything in between. Tickets are on sale now and are $45 a person. A portion of the proceeds from the event will go to St. Gabe's. Tickets include food from Salt and Smoke and all your Anheuser-Busch beer. But feel free to bring your own food and drink too. Another TMA Trivia Night, November 11th. Get more info and find out how to buy tickets at TMASTL.com.
If you're sick of having slow internet that doesn't reach every nook and cranny of your house, I'm here to introduce Whisper, the rural internet provider with no hidden fees, no contracts, and high speeds, all for a low cost. Whisper offers first-class customer service that'll help you set up and answer any questions along the way. And Whisper is offering free installation now till the end of October. Call Whisper at 800-765-7772 to learn more and use promo code TMA to get free installation. That's 800-765-7772 with promo code TMA.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the morning after on KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the morning after STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
Yeah, put on a hooded sweatshirt, and if you were watching on YouTube, you were handsomely rewarded.
All right.
We got new gear, bro. Thanks, Mike Flanagan.
What did you get?
Some people like some things.
Oh.
And the back, I like having decals on the back. I like having stuff on the back.
So what do we got going here? I'm just looking at it now. Some people like some things on the front, but that is like in the dare form.
And some people don't like other things.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
And it's just SPLT.
That's
Some
right.
people like
it's
things.
like DARE. Dare to keep your kids off drugs.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear this to Fright Fest.
Ooh, yeah, that'll send a message.
Oh, yeah.
Available now, brand new, hot off the press. I mean, I literally just walked in and Plowhawk said there was a box of shirts under your dais. Did he say dais? TMASTLshop.com. Some people like some things, some people like other things. What do you have? Do you get one? Because he said he got one for you.
I got the Milagro.
Milagro Tequila. There you go.
Oh.
He made a white one for you, but I don't know what the white is.
War gerbil.
Oh, you got a white War gerbil?
I don't see it. It's in the box.
Oh, it's sick. Yeah, it's in the
In
box.
this box? What's in the box? What's in the box, Doug? What film was that?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
7.
The man in the box.
There you go, Iggy.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
It's Mike Flanagan.
You can wear that on your-
TMSTLshop.com. Look at us, Plowhawk.
Dude.
How are we not getting laid today?
Will be your
Well,
own
Madison's
choice.
working.
Exactly. How's that white war? You wanted a white war gerbil. Oh, Jackson, what do you have? Oh, he's got one. There comes Jackson.
Nice.
Some
We're a nice
people
little
like things.
We're a nice
Some
little,
people don't like other things.
We're a nice little trio.
We are. It sends a message when we walk through the hallways.
I see
Oh,
one
look at
over
this.
Very nice.
I see one over there.
I love that. I saw him wearing it. I was like, I'm going to bust it out.
Got a headphone situation.
Jackson, pull that other one up. All I see is HD2 country.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's to be displayed next week.
Yes.
I like that.
It's
HD2
gorgeous.
country. I don't know who came up with that one, but tip of the cap to that.
So good.
HD2 country, I believe is what
Yeah.
it's supposed to say.
So good.
TMASTLshop.com. We got our little uniforms on here today, and I think we look cute. Let us know who you want to bang, and we'll go private with you.
Oh,
314-881-TMA5. That is how you can text into the EDF group text inbox. You can email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And, of course, this is a show that's really been built around phone calls, kind of a tribute to the Reagan era. 636-9004 TMA. That's how you can call in to the program. Doug, I do want to preview the Blues and Coyotes, no question. I want to preview Missouri and South Carolina, no question. And I want to get people ready for the Cardinal offseason and also the Phillies and Diamondbacks. And, well, look at the Astros responding last night in a series where you just can't win at home in the ALCS. But we've got a red alert on this show.
oh, what?
And I mean the reddest of red alerts.
What's happened?
There are radio wars.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And then there are fighting radio wars on not one, not two, but 3 fronts. I don't know what happened on October 18th, 2023, but for whatever reason, shows with audiences decided to attack this program yesterday.
Really? Do I need to bring in my brass knucks?
We may have to scrap. Maybe it's good that the Plowhawk Jackson and I are all wearing a uniform today because we may have to go to hashtag Radio Wars.
What is it, Starbucks in Webster?
I think that's the one where you fight. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
behind it, yeah.
Anchorman, West Mantooth.
I'll film.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah,
like
we
that.
do need proof.
Yeah. I mean, we got a little taste of it yesterday while on the program here in the Michelob Ultra Studios. That there were aspersions cast. Doug, do you like that?
I don't mind it. Yeah.
Aspersions cast by the Riz Show. But then it developed throughout the day. Candidly, as I was putting together this Blues Coyotes power play package, really good. It was like a 4.5 minute breakdown on.
I thought it should have been longer. That was
Yeah,
my
I know.
problem.
I wanted to get it to 5 minutes, but then I had
shallow.
to reduce
Shallow report.
some time because of the Radio Wars thing. And then, how's Missouri's offensive line going to match up against South Carolina? But then this happened. And so throughout the course of the day, the Radio Wars kept advancing. 3 different shows. 3 shows.
How many?
All with audiences, too.
Really?
I don't know any of this. I just know they our texters kind of texted some things to their show, and then they started going off of that. But I don't know about the other stuff.
And there's an update on what Iggy knows and doesn't know.
Okay.
Well, here you're about to find out it all.
All right.
You're about to hear it all, Iggy. Be prepared. I'm doing Balloon Party, award-winning show, award-winning program. And then Moon from the Riz Show walks by the window of the 101 ESPN studios.
What do you do?
And I see him, and he sees me. And we're both big guys, strapping guys.
Yeah.
Never been called Metros. And he knows I know, and I know he knows, because there have been serious allegations on their show about our show in the urinary tract situation.
What?
Of this program and the restroom that is just on the other side of the walls of the Michelob Ultra Studios. And he looks at me and I look at him, and it's just a matter of who's going to go.
Somebody step in between you?
I don't give a damn if I'm previewing this Blues Coyotes game or not.
Yeah.
And I was ready to drop the headphones and let Jackson tell people about the Celtics. But instead, mooned me.
He did not.
Mooned me.
He dropped his trousers?
He
in the hallway?
metaphorically mooned me. He didn't reveal his
okay.
his
good.
pleasure canal.
Poor Jody.
No, don't
He
say
got the
pleasure
cameras
Well, what
on.
else is it?
Well, it's an excrement vehicle.
Well, that's
for
one
you.
show with an audience. What are the other two?
Well, I mean, there's a storytelling element to this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Plowhawk, do we have the audio?
Of the Riz?
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually haven't heard this.
I haven't heard it either. I like to be.
I went back and listened yesterday afternoon to the end of it, and then I texted Learn.
Boy,
We're gonna get back to that.
7:17.
We're gonna get back.
Okay. And speaking of cleanliness, could I just bring something up?
Bring it up.
Because somebody's been peeing on the floor.
It's gotten bad. The last couple months.
Here at the radio station, there is a one-seater at the end of this hallway. It is for the air personalities. When they quickly have to go to the bathroom, they can dip in there, do their thing, and then bounce out of here.
It's a single spot, though.
It's a single stall. So,
all people can go in there, too. It's not like male or female. It's ever been.
Oh, yeah. It's unisex.
Unisex.
Somebody has been peeing on the floor. And consistently.
And the seat.
Today it was the seat and the floor.
I had to hold my bell bottoms up the other day when I went in there because there was urine on the ground, and I didn't want my bells to get...
Me and Courtney were talking about it. Like, there is an animal that works in this building.
Because I just wiped it down right before you went in there and saw that. So it's whoever saw it between you and me.
So whoever went to that bathroom between you and I.
Wow.
Well, I walked out of there.
I don't know about the floor. I don't wipe the floor.
I walked out of there. I said, there's urine on the seat and there's urine on the floor.
Did you guys pass each other in the hallway?
No.
No.
Did you see anyone walking back down
didn't.
the hallway?
The door was open.
I rarely use that.
So, sorry, Learn.
It's okay.
That feels like the TMA studio is right around the corner.
There we go.
If you guys didn't see anyone walking up and down the hallway, I'm not trying to throw shade.
I'm not going to throw names out there.
What kitchen?
They, you know what? Those guys definitely don't go to the main bathrooms. That's their personal bathroom. That's a TMA bathroom. That's what
Well, yeah, so that bathroom is right next to the Tim McKernan show's studio. I mean, it's next door.
Tim, tighten up your shit, buddy.
But somebody has been peeing on the floor every day. Every day.
What does that do
consistently.
to? Is that they don't want to lift the lid up, so they're like getting it everywhere? Like what?
I have no idea.
Because when I go in, I always have to put the lid
It's
down,
disgusting.
which is fine. I'm not like mad about it, but I let it bang. So like those guys hear the seat clank whenever I on the show.
Are you worried about splatter?
No.
Okay.
Jody's going to investigate. Jody up front.
She's had it.
She's had it too. She just wrote.
Good for you,
she said
Jody.
she's
Wow.
going to investigate.
Jody, pull the tapes. Who went in there between Moon and Riz?
It's been happening for months.
It's been happening a lot, and it's disgusting.
It's
And if
time
I
to
were John
stop.
Kowski, who is the general manager here,
Yeah.
And who keeps
and
breaking
I
the,
found out who it is, they would no longer be employed.
who keeps breaking the paper towel thing? How does that break every 3 days?
Yeah.
Someone
That could be
punching
another.
punching it?
That's not even. Let's not cross that bridge.
This
Let's
bathroom-
problem first.
The whole bathroom needs to be handled.
Bathroom is the only bathroom here that has the rules, where it's like seat down, light off, door almost closed, because people walk by it. So when we have clients,
Pants off, sit backwards.
the
No
rules
deucing in
are
that
in there.
bathroom either, by the way. But it's
No deuce.
Oh, they're gonna be pissed at me. I tell you one thing that I do every morning.
Did you already hit it today?
Yeah.
Oh.
I poop every morning. Here.
Go at home.
Here's the problem, though. Like,
Doug, we can't listen. We're about to go to Radio Wars, and that means business.
I guess.
And we have to, as a fivesome on the tee at Ruth Park, we have to be a unified front. And so, while I respect that you think the Plowhawk should not recreate in the workplace, we have to put that aside as we take on not only the Riz Show, but you're about to find out 2 more programs where we were featured yesterday.
Yeah. So, like, I typically will bring some snacks, just some Hostess.
Not into the
bathroom.
No way.
Just here in general. But I'm
Toilet
saying
treats.
this morning was different.
Toilet treats, Doug. Why don't we do a new line of food called toilet treats?
It'd be sweet to have like a 3-drawer like rolly, thing.
Like
in
how
there
some
and just
bathrooms
treats.
have like tampons you can just roll out. Ours would be Swiss rolls.
That'd be great. But I ate 2 fiber-rich waffles this morning before I left.
Did you make them?
Fiber.
Well, yeah, so like you wrap them tight in foil, put them in the air fryer for 4 minutes, put like a stick of butter on each, lather it in syrup, and then put it in the microwave for another 30 seconds. And so I had 2 of those, and it was calling my name. So yeah, this morning I just
and approximately what time? Because here's the deal: no one gets into this building, as far as I know, anyway, earlier than Riz.
No,
3 a.m. So there's no way you could have gotten him.
Will always beat me. This is that.
So if he were to walk past, he would know you're soiling what is now, Doug, the scene of the crime.
Here's my thing. What I like to do is like when I'm in there done, and I know it's a potential nightmare scenario, a potential topic. I'll like put my ear to the door to try to hear if anyone's
if there's any rustling.
As in like rustling in the kitchen. If I know it's safe, I will like open the door, almost close it, just leave it cracked, and I will come in here and like shut the door.
Yeah.
And so like.
So no one would suspect you.
Hands are clean.
Oh.
But I don't dribble when I poop. I don't dribble when I pee either, but like those situations, it's not me.
When I was a little kid, I went to my friend's house once, and his mother said, "He can't come out and play yet. He's in the bathroom eating chocolate pie."
Put that off.
And the image stuck
a metaphor
with me
for taking a dump?
to this day. No, he was going number 2 while eating chocolate pie.
Did he have a bit of a weight problem?
And this guy eventually went on to work in radio too. I think it's a precursor to where you're headed.
Yep. No
Frank, do you like chocolate bunnies?
Oh, get yourself regular.
I
Go before work, after work, as soon as you get home, at night, whatever it takes.
The allegation, serious. Scott Rizzuto calling for the perpetrator to be terminated from the building by John Kiowski.
Right.
Moon to be while I was doing the Dune party, says it's been going on for months. Months. He says there's been puddles of urine in there. And I have to say, I haven't noticed it.
Oh, you should have saw it this morning.
Oh, no way. Really?
I told Doug at least 2 tadpoles could fit and live to become
we got frogs growing out of the puddles?
They could literally survive in those puddles to become full-grown frogs.
Oh.
But the thing is, it was
before any of us got in here, so.
Correct. And it was, and it's not a leak from the toilet because there's about a 6 or 8 inch gap from the base, that lip of the base of the toilet to the puddles. So like if it was a leak from the toilet, you would find eventually a stream that goes from the toilet to the puddle. But no, this is dribbles of some kind.
Now, I will say, I said yesterday, and I'm not talking about puddles, but if you see little drops of water on there, a lot of times, and I've done it before, if the towel rack's not working, there's no towels over there, you kind of shake your hands, and some of the water comes off your hands and dribbles on the floor.
Yeah. It could be that. But if you go to Enterprise Center or Busch Stadium, you go to the men's room, there's always a puddle beneath the urinal. Gentlemen dribble. They do. They dribble.
And they almost need people with mathematics degrees to figure out not only the height, but also the angle. Have you ever had the really low one that go to the... No, the splashback on the ankles in the summer? Anybody have that issue? Like when the urinal is so low.
Like at a stadium or something?
Yeah, that like the metal thing that you're hitting is splashing at your ankles.
Have you ever been splashed on by the guy next to you?
Oh, I'd never be able to handle that.
I don't understand the ice thing in there, too. They put ice in there, and your whiz is bouncing off the ice and going everywhere.
I don't know what that's...
It's quite obvious that the uncircumcised penises spray versus circumcised penises spray. Which stream urine? So who on the show falls into that category? I'm going to read it again. It is quite obvious that uncircumcised penis spray urine versus circumcised penis which stream urine. So who on the show falls in that category?
Yeah, it's not well written.
No,
it just
it's not.
isn't.
It's the worst in what's whack.
Well, it's a shot at me, but
You're the only uncut gentleman on this show.
Well, I don't think that's a well-known fact that if you have a mushroom, it's just gonna.
Oh,
Everyone has
It
a
stops
mushroom.
it from dribbling, and I don't know what the hell that is. What I'm going to say is I'm going to cover myself. I'm going to make and I think I've said this on the show before anyway.
Oh, no.
So it's nothing new.
Here we go.
What can play?
Not that. I'm sure Swope can go.
Show's about to advance.
Swope can go look if he wants. And listen.
Swope's going to come into the restroom?
No, he can go check when I've said this before, but I know I've said it before. But I'll say it again, and if I haven't said it before, then I'm just outing myself. I don't care. I pee sitting down.
Oh, what?
So I'm not dribbling anything.
What?
This kind of development.
What?
Almost-
It's
What
just
did you
more
just
relaxing.
say?
It's just more relaxing for me.
Hello, Vivian.
Instead of just standing there, it's I'll sit down and relax.
Yeah, because
take a
it's
pee and
such a struggle to stand there for 30 seconds.
Well, if I can sit there and relax while I'm doing it.
Relax.
I've just gotten.
It's not the time to
That's a new
relax.
shirt also, Mike
I've
Flanagan.
just gotten used to it. You know, sometimes you have to go. You may have to take a deuce too, where you're going to the bathroom. Now, I don't know. Feels like I may have to. So you sit down, and if you do, you don't. I just got used to it. In the morning, I sit down, smoke a cigarette while I go to the bathroom. If it's cold outside, if it's the wintertime. So I've just gotten used to just sitting down while I go to the bathroom. So
That is a take. It's a strong take. It's one of the best takes ever.
well, it's something I'm going to get trash for. But
You don't eat chocolate pie or anything.
no, I
in
don't
there,
eat chocolate pie. So that covers me. I don't dribble. I'm sitting down while I pee.
Wow. Just wow. That's from the Hunchback of Vaughan Castle. Hashtag developing from the Veiled Prophet. KG in O-Town has his theory. The yellow-stained walls are closing in on Iggy. Water from the hand dryer blowing over to the toilet. He doth protest too much. That's from KG in
I'm
O-Town.
not protesting anything. You know, you don't even work here, so I don't know why you care. But I said it's happened before. I mean, if they don't put a roll of towels off to the side, a lot of times the towel dispenser is broken there for some reason. I think I got a new one now, but it's broke. So you're looking around for towels. So you just kind of shake your hands. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's what it could. Because I've done it before. So I'm not covering myself at all. Oh, does protest too much? I'm just giving an example of what it could be.
How intergalactically lazy do you have to be in order to sit when you pee? That's from Arbor Day.
Well, I am lazy. We all know that.
I would never go with the seat down. To me, that's really disgusting.
No, I mean, you always got to put the seat up. I mean,
That's
'cause
disgusting.
There are
and then
women
to walk away from it if there's splatter.
there are women
That's
that
what I-
work
that-
here, so.
What a power move where you just create this huge mess, like the person at 590 that just had crust. Like tree bark. Like it looked like
Tree bark?
Literally looked like tree bark.
Is this when the dog bowl was in there and the incense?
Okay.
Yeah.
That bathroom, it could not, there couldn't be a worse bathroom if you drew
my
one up.
God. That thing at KFNS, where KFNS still is, in Kirkwood, they had one bathroom, unisex, and then when my podcast started to get to a point for whatever reason where politicians wanted to appear on it when they were running for office, I have no idea how that happened, but either way, their campaign managers would come in, and oftentimes either the person running or the campaign manager was a female. But we had a unisex bathroom, and not only was it a unisex bathroom, whereas there may be complaints about puddles on the other side of this wall, and I'm not attributing that to Jackson, but a piddle, Doug, is a puddle of urine. The bathroom at KFNS was substantially rougher than the one that is now the talk of the building.
It was a gas station bathroom.
And it had a dog bowl in there for some reason, and also a wonderful selection of incense.
Don't forget gas station napkins. not even a dispenser.
And so when these, esteemed 50, 60-something ladies who are running campaigns or PR firms for, whomever, Governor Jay Nixon, Jim Talent, Jack Danforth, I remember Alderwoman Megan Green was in and wanted to use the restroom, and I would go, Oh boy, what do we do here? What do I say?
Send him down the street to Huck's.
It's not working. Can you hold it? Because we're embarrassed.
And then, in addition to that, for historical context on this program, a story that I even told yesterday because we became aware of the accusations that were coming from the Riz show. Bert Kaufman, the late great Bert Kaufman, who passed away last month, pulled me into his office and said, "Tim, we have a problem with someone on your show urinating on the floor." Jackson was not on that show at the time. Jackson was in elementary school.
Doesn't mean he still couldn't have done it.
Ken Strode was not on that show at that time. Plowhawk, I believe, was. Doug was, and I was. But it was, and I don't even know how we arrived at the conclusion, but it was a gentleman who had just started interning, not evil David Letterman, because people assume it's always evil David Letterman. But he had a 2-day run.
Right, he wasn't there long.
And then Calvin, who was with him, had that week run.
And so they were gone. There was one gentleman, and for whatever reason, we were tipped off, Doug, maybe Crime Stoppers, and he no longer had the internship. The urine by the grate went away. We thought problem solved. That was 2014. Nearly a decade later, people are peeing on the floor again. Now, Jackson and I were out on the golf course yesterday because what else are we going to do? He went to Ladue, I went to St. Louis U High. It's an effing birthright. You golf.
Beautiful day for it.
Damn right. And we're out there with Hubbard Marty Link, who occasionally pops up on the TMA fan page and usually ends the threads where we're getting killed for something we have nothing to do with by just laying out the facts. And we appreciate Hubbard Marty for that. And then Director of Sales, Keith Krause. You know, Doug, I mean, if John Kioski's the head coach, then Keith Krause is the defensive coordinator and Tommy Mattern's the offensive coordinator. You follow that analogy?
Sure,
Okay.
yes.
So we're out there on the golf course, and Mike Ryder sends me an email. You call him Midnight Ryder. He's the executive producer at 101 ESPN. And then it turns out more radio wars from that station. And I start playing the audio, and Jackson and I are like, there's a chance that someone who isn't on TMA is doing this so as to frame TMA to smoke us out of our holes.
Like rats. Like the rats that we are. Wait a minute.
This audio is from the fast lane yesterday.
Oh. Go ahead, hit the lever plow, see?
Got you, Doug.
Is that the afternoon
What do
show?
you guys think of the Rizzuto show calling out TMA for peeing on the bathroom floor? Is one of you sneaking around to use the unisex bathroom? There is one single bathroom down the hall right next to TMA. Do you think they're peeing on the floor?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
Jamie,
Somebody
come on, right?
Yeah, but those guys are
I don't think they're doing it on
teammates.
purpose. I don't think they're doing it on purpose, but somebody's peeing on the floor. Right there.
Okay, well, that we can agree on.
Yeah.
But it's probably somebody from the Rizzuto show, and they're projecting.
Wow.
They're trying to
You make a great
get everybody
point.
off the scent.
Make a
Maybe,
great
but
point.
those guys, I will say this, those guys are pretty adamant about keeping that bathroom tidy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, Riz has threatened them.
He's and Riz with his own show.
And Riz, I don't think, goes to the bathroom at all during his show. Like, that's his thing. Like,
That's his badge of honor.
Yes.
I guess. I mean, good for you, Riz. But
well, you admitted to going to the bathroom.
I'll pee when I have to. Although I'll pee in the urinal.
Yeah.
Not on the floor.
Yeah. We're accurate in the fast lane. Just look at our picks.
Yeah, I wonder if TMA just can't locate, you know?
Locating's apparently a little tougher than we thought.
Yeah.
Maybe that's so early that they're, peeing with one eye shut and they're just,
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is them.
I don't know.
You know what? It probably is.
Yeah, Jackson was telling me the other day he was playing softball and was having a tough time in that. So maybe he's been struggling at the plate, struggling, not locating. So who knows? Who really knows?
Okay, yeah, the odds are high. It's probably TMA.
Yep.
Gosh.
Doug.
We're being thrown under the bus here.
They're smoking us out of our holes.
Like the rats that we are. What?
So because I can't hit the ball in softball, Marshy, I'm pissing on the ground.
That's your boy Marsh, too.
I know.
That's your boy Marsh.
Super God.
And I mean, what about Jamie Rivers? I thought you had an alliance.
He's sounding more and more like a Riz show apologist.
It hurts to be on the other side of the media disinformation, doesn't it?
Stelter, high energy in that second.
Yeah.
You imagine if
Stalter said it wasn't us. Then he went back and they said, I guess it is them.
Well, they were ready to wrap up
But
the
I will,
segment, I think.
I will say, if they're complaining there's puddles in the ground, that takes us out of it because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's still puddles, so it isn't ours.
Well, it'd be hard to dry puddles in there. Probably will last all morning.
No, I don't think.
Doug, does the urine congeal?
I haven't thought about that. Does that mean does it dry, evaporate? Sure.
Like a Jell-O gelatin?
Oh.
This would be funny if this is like an elaborate scheme by Tommy and John to email
Just
other
like,
shows.
get us
and
out of
let's
here.
let's
Can we
get
do
these
get him
guys.
to quit?
Is there anything more Hoosier than being so overwhelmed by the energy it takes to pee standing up that you not only need to take a seat, but you also have to light a dart just to relax a bit? This is the El Camino of bathroom behavior. Doug, that's Arbor Day.
Mm-hmm.
No, if it's the wintertime, I don't smoke in the bathroom when it's nice outside. In the wintertime, if it's cold outside, I get up in the morning, I sit down and I smoke a cigarette and I go to the bathroom.
A lot of smoking. A lot of smoking.
I sit down when I pee is absolutely the worst offense that could have been used here. You should pee standing up and act like a man. That's from Carlos Spice Eater.
That's not an offense. I'm just saying that's what I do. So it's kind of
Every time?
It's kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Every time.
Yeah, I've just gotten used to it. It's just like I'm like a woman now. I just automatically sit down.
That is kind of like a woman.
Guys, the puddles started when Rafe started. Am I correct? That's Chairman Stephen Wildwood. Wow, he might be our defense counsel.
No one complained over the last year.
That's interesting.
And a half.
That's very interesting, and we know Rafe is in there on a regular basis.
And he is the one that called us out first. He said, well, it is next to the TMA bathroom. Wow. So he's the one that threw shade at TMA right off the bat.
And what if he's looking for new material for another special?
No.
And here's a guy that does his podcast called Take Two. He does it from a toilet.
Oh.
So he's got a lot of toilet experience.
I followed Iggy into the restroom this morning. There wasn't a drop on the floor.
Did you see him sit?
That's because I sit down.
Maybe that was why.
Did you see the raincoat?
I would rather admit 2 puddles before I admitted peeing sitting down. That's from Larry Thornton.
Why is that?
Larry Cullen, 636.
It's just not a thing that guys do.
Well, I'm happy with my masculinity. I have no problem with saying I sit down.
Is it because it's so tiring to stand there for 30, 40 seconds?
Yeah, if you really got to go, you could be there for a minute. So yeah, just sit
That'd be
down.
a long one.
I'll just sit down and do it.
Ken's definitely lying because he's definitely the floor pisser. That's from Brian Henson. Looks like his investigation's over.
It's
Well, I really
getting
don't
dangerous.
care.
Not actual proof yet.
It's kind of a hard one to solve because you'd really need a camera to get definitive proof, and no one's going to put a camera in a
Chuck
bathroom.
Berry's.
Chuck Berry.
He passed
Well, he
away,
would- yeah,
so he
well,
wouldn't put it in there.
If it hadn't been Chuck Berry, the guy would have gone to prison.
I knew a guy in college who sat down and peed. His name's now Jennifer. That's from the Worsen Woods Wacko. Haven't you heard his stream before during one of his mid-segment pee breaks? Would you hear a stream with someone seated?
Well, that's a good
I'm not
point.
buying it. Wow.
Well, you
He's
guys
trying to throw you off the asparagus scent. That's cagey in O-Town. I got to tell you, that is
heard your
fair. We've
stream.
heard your stream.
I don't think so.
We have.
We have heard it.
We absolutely
and
have.
heard the flushing.
KG in O-Town's right about that.
No. Then I guess I pointed it downward.
Oh,
So that means you're erect when you're in there?
Sometimes.
Doug?
oh no!
We're up against a hard break.
Well, we always
Real
get,
hard.
We always get puddles in there when KG's filling in. So maybe it's you.
KG in O-Town now has been blamed. KG in O-Town blamed Iggy. Iggy then blamed KG in
Right.
O-Town.
So-
TMA Civil War.
And you came.
We're not a united front.
You come from a part of St. Louis that. I'll just leave it at that.
What in the world was that?
Well, Hoosiers.
You're about to
Were you
drag
saying
a
he's
lot
South
of
City,
people
therefore-
back- yeah.
Yeah, Jeffco Hoosiers. They pee everywhere. So.
Oh, no.
How
You
about the
want to say
Brentwood
that on
folks?
Balloon Party, by the way.
Can I give you my starting lineup?
No.
Well, you want to sit there and take shots? Just go ahead.
He comes from the part of town where they pee on the floor.
Busted! Good job, KG. That's from Mr. 10,000. That's from Breakfast Gyms. This lie is now getting out of hand. That's from Sweet Sweet Kai. Good job, KG. Lie number 1 has finally been proven. That's from the 830 Recreator.
I don't know why it's a lie.
Well, we do hear you urinate.
You've mentioned it once.
Well, how would you know for mentioning it if you're in the urinal?
Because I came back and you mentioned it. You said something about a stream.
But no, we really do hear it. I mean, for multiple times.
Well,
I'm not saying you're the
throughout
floor
the day.
pisser, but I have heard you urinate.
Oh, you pee for
Well,
sure.
good for you. Hope you enjoyed it.
Loud.
I'm not really enjoying it one way or the other. It's kind of a, neutral.
Well,
Do you always pee sitting down?
I'm not peeing upward
Do you always pee sitting down, sir?
99% of the time. Unless I know it's a quick one. But it's normally sitting down.
Like at a stadium or something, Busch Stadium?
Well, I have no choice there.
Yeah, you do.
Well, unless I want to wait for a stall, if there's a stall there, but I don't know if I want to sit on those dirty toilets.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
So I just take
in a public place, would you sit down?
Yeah, but then I just stand up because I'm in a dirty, filthy place, and I'm not going to sit my butt down on those toilet seats.
Gosh.
So I have no choice, but if I have a nice, relaxing bathroom like this one, I sit down. So just say what you want. I really don't care.
Sit down.
I don't pee on the floor.
Well, he didn't leave any puddles today, I'll say that.
There are no puddles in there today?
No.
I haven't been today.
Yeah, so today I didn't leave it, but some days I just move it. I'm going to use the floor.
In fact, we should check, because when we started about 7:08, 7:10, there was no puddles at all in that bathroom.
And then if we were to go in there now, the only person we know who could theoretically have gone in is Jackson. It's not saying you did, Jackson.
No.
I'm just saying everybody's in my purview here.
I used the toilet before the show.
How was the wee situation, boy?
There was moisture all over the floor.
There was this morning?
Yeah, so
Really?
I wiped it down.
At what time?
Was it wee?
Was I in here yet, Jackson?
You told me about Iggy came into my little booth here, the Horton Watkins studio,
Right.
and he said, "Look," and I hadn't used the bathroom yet that day. It was about 6:40 when Iggy arrives, and there was moisture all over the ground. And so when I used the bathroom before the show started, I wiped her all down and then used the restroom. So you'll see now, unless someone has gone in there since, it's pretty pristine. Unless that's changed. If it's changed, then all of us are safe because none of us have used it since the start of the presentation.
No.
Want me to go investigate real quick?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I'll report back.
It would honestly have been more believable to say you never pee at work than to say you pee sitting down. Hey, Turbo Sip, you've been caught. That's some little Tommy Tribbins.
Well, you know I pee at work because sometimes I walk out of here and say I got to go to the bathroom. It's an hour and a half segment before we're taking a break. I got to go to the bathroom.
Rizzuto said there is piss on the toilet seat as well. If Iggy indeed does sit down, he would be sitting in urine when he goes.
Well,
Bathroom's still pristine.
Well,
Pristine.
maybe Riz saw it, but I make sure that I look at it. If there's some pee on the thing, I wipe it down. Yeah, let's all just, well, KG said I did it, so let's all, KG's great. He's right, Iggy did it.
You forgot. At the end.
Yeah. And just get back to Imperial, enjoy the day.
Oh, don't.
My God.
Wreck everyone living in the Imperial region.
I know quite a
best
few
sushi
people
in the
Imperial,
game,
and they're all
bro.
the same.
That's right. Yeah, it's the Nobu of Missouri.
Fuji.
They're all the same, you said, the Imperialites?
Yeah, nice people, but Hoosiers.
Oh, boy.
Imperial lights?
Pack a lunch for balloon party day,
I don't
Jackson.
know why they call themselves Imperial
There's
lights.
nothing wrong.
Right?
There's nothing wrong with that. And I already gave my definition when I think of Hoosier. This is the way they dress and act. It's just where they were, area they were brought in.
I think you just
Everybody
made it
wears
worse by
everybody
that.
wears acid wash jeans and
Would it be the Imperial
sweatshirts in the summer.
Imperialians?
Yeah, I think that's a proper pronunciation.
Imperialans.
I like Imperialites.
Drive El
Ooh,
Caminos.
I like that more.
I just think the gray and the pink would pop.
Let me get this straight. The guy that just said he sits down to pee and then lights up a dart is calling KG a Hoosier for being from Jefferson County. That is rich. That's from Daddy Be Cookin'.
It's not a Hoosier. It's kind of dainty, but it's not a Hoosier. Kind of feminine to sit down and pee, but so what?
Guy could be the next Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that kind of ruled you out as a Hoosier.
You got him backed into a corner, Tim. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies, tell me lies, tell me lies. No, Strode, don't sit when he pees. No, he don't. No, he don't. That's from Brian Henchett. I believe, was he parodying Lies by Fleetwood Mac, or was that Lindsey Buckingham? Was that Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah, that was Christy McPhee wrote that, I believe.
Nice, Doug.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet.
Tapa.
Tell me lies. Well, believe what you want. I really don't care.
Classic defense mechanism. take shots at someone else when you feel cornered. It's you. It's always been you. You going to bark all day, little doggy, or you going to bite? That's from KJ in O-Town.
There's a lot of people who come in and out of there.
Well, you're the one who took the shot first, dumbass.
Oh.
You understand
May
that?
I join you?
I don't say crap until you start texting into the show and start taking jabs, and I'll take them right back.
Sure you will.
And you wonder why this... I apologize. No, that ain't happening. I'm just tired of it.
But why did the people from Imperial have to suffer?
Is KJ in Rotown from Imperial? I didn't think he was.
He went to,
Certainly Jeffco.
Is that him?
He went to Seckman, right?
Well, it's
Is Seckman Jeffco?
It's either Arnold or Imperial. Those are the only two counties out there, I think.
He's
Mike, I
described it
want
to
to
me
meet
as...
you one day. I want to ask you a big favor. How about I come up to the station on Friday? Could I come up and meet you?
No.
he's described it to me as deep Jeffco.
Oh, is that what's
really?
deep Jeffco?
Not near the county line at all.
Oh, so you're like...
It's like there's no mistaking
What
it.
is it, catch and kill your own meat out there? like no
I don't think
grocery
it's
store?
Hunters and gatherers?
Yeah, roadkill is tonight's dinner.
Not quite that primitive.
Doug, it's a wonderful Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Radio Wars, Jackson, 3 fronts. We've already covered the Riz Show and the Fast Lane. I believe that's the Riz Show's the number 1 show in morning drive, and Fast Lane, I think, is number 1 or 2 in afternoon drive. So let's just call it what it is. They're punching down, and that's a problem. And that's a problem. And this show is going to have to gather and figure out how we counterattack, because we are under attack from 2 fronts. And we'll have the third audio clip for you momentarily. Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. That's Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, Peter Munganess, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com, or text or call 314-252-0029. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Even if you didn't get your car from there, get it serviced there. That service department will take wonderful care of you. We've all been there, and we rave about it. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Jackson, tell me about Circa, because I'm going to have to put my picks in for the Circa Millions, and I'll do terrible.
Well, got to keep a positive mindset, Tim, because those quarterly prizes, that can turn things around. You can have the worst year ever, but if you have a really solid quarter, you could walk away with a lot of cash, baby. And that's all over at Circa Sportsbook. But right now we're talking about the Circa Sports app, because the world's largest sportsbook in Vegas is now in Illinois. The Circa Sports app is sports betting the way it should be, with big app bets, high betting limits, tight money line splits, and the best customer service. And of course, the best news of all is the Circa Sports app is now in Illinois. So if you live here in St. Louis, just make the quick little drive across the river, or if you already live in Illinois, sign up for the Circa Sports app. Visit circasports.com for more details and get ready to start betting like a pro. If you or someone you know might have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
There it is, the Circa Millions. And what is the Thursday night game tonight? Is there a Thursday? I assume there is one.
Oh, yeah. The Thursday night game tonight, Tim.
No
want
idea.
to guess?
I literally have no clue.
It's a couple teams both looking for a W.
The Jacksonville Jaguars will be heading to the Superdome to take on the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, yeah, I guess I remember they were talking about Lawrence and whether or not he was going to be able to play. So I knew that. I had no idea it was the Saints. You don't want him playing?
I got my fantasy team going up against him. Really love the guy. Cause Thursday night games are tough. If you don't bench him and he doesn't play, that's a spot.
Thursday night games are crapshoots. That's why I don't bet on them. The Saints are -1.5. And the over-under line is sitting at a tight little 39.5.
Bills tight. So tight. Hey, we're getting to the point where it's, what do you call it, you young tykes, Jackson, cuffing season?
Yeah, cuffing season. We're on the front door.
Are we?
Cuffing? You saying C-U-F-F?
I-N-G, yeah.
And what does that mean?
Getting in relationships.
Getting in a relationship.
Yeah, so cuffing season's like for the wintertime holidays.
Handcuffs?
Yeah,
you're going to get together?
Right, you're together.
It's not a BDSM reference.
No. And then come, I don't know, mid-April, early May.
You break up and then you go out to the cocktail lounges and see what the word is?
Nailed it.
Boom. All right, Doug. Well, if you're going to not only engage in cuffing season, but potentially engagement season, where you're going to go to get your engagement ring, I could tell you right now, it's Glenn Betz Jewelers. That's it. GLENNBETZ Jewelers.com. quantumjewelers.com. Doug took quantum physics with Craig Betts.
Yeah, third or fourth grade. I don't remember which.
Yeah, it was third grade. You guys
I
were
think so.
advanced.
Scholars.
And then David Betts, his son, they are third and fourth generation of the Betts family. They've been doing it in St. Louis. The family has been since 1941. It is located on Manchester in De Pere, a mile east of I-270 and Manchester exit. They get to know you there. It's not like a retail spot where you walk in and they're like, oh, can we get you? Let's see. We'll price the highest thing. And here it is. That and the deal. They get to know their customers, a lot of return customers. Go online at glennbettsjewelers.com. The name of the game on this program, especially now. Now, not just the five of us need to band together, but the audience. Because we're fighting it from all fronts, Doug.
We sure are.
We're fighting it from all fronts and support the sponsors. glennbettsjewelers.com. The Betts family passion for serving their customers has been passed down from generation to generation. It's glennbettsjewelers.com. And think about it. Now, our final audio clip, Radio War, was actually one that we, and by we I mean our audience, launched yesterday without authorization from you've called it sometimes, Doug, the Pentagon.
I have, yeah.
The studios here, and I think that's one of the reasons why there aren't any windows on the studio, is because they know that we're going to be having serious conversations about who to attack in this incredibly important, lucrative field that we.
This is a bunker.
It is.
It's a safe room, you know.
Panic room.
So, Sound Story, we started Sound Story a few years ago, and then I'm like, oh, let me see what we can do with this thing. So then I took money out of my own pocket, bought advertising on Hubbard last year just to see if it would take. It wound up taking, and so then we hired a general manager, Mark Mantovani, who people may recall running for county executive, is our board chairman now. It's turned into a business. We did a seed round of funding, and so now we're advertising all over the place. We've already done Hubbard. We'll continue to do Hubbard. We'll be doing other stations. We'll be going into other markets, and so on and so forth. Well, yesterday, Doug.
What?
You know McGraw-Millhaven?
Oh, yeah, sure.
KTRS, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you couldn't say other people's names who worked at other stations. I think that's kind of over now. Like Jim Nance will say, and yeah, our friends on Fox will have the Cowboys and 49ers. People kind of go, yeah, that's outdated. You can talk about it. So anyway, there it is. So we bought advertising on McGraw-Millhaven's program, and he did his first live read for Sound Story yesterday. His co-host is Kelly Jackson. Kelly Jackson, KSDK anchor.
Right.
Long time. I think she went to California for a while and then came back to St. Louis.
Oh, did she really?
I believe. So now she works with McGraw in the mornings. And they did the first live read telling people about Sound Story. We have a little clip of that. Yep. He did like a 4.5-minute live. It was a Ken Strode special.
Really?
Yeah, he did about a 4.5-minute live read. Here's a little excerpt from it.
Well, what Sound Story does is Sound Story sets up a professional interview with me or another professional interviewer and sits down with one of your loved ones for an hour interview on audio, video, Zoom. Come into the studio, don't come into the studio, right? Set up an hour, and then Sound Story will edit it and then give you the file.
Wow. You know, that is first of all, great idea for a company model.
40 here, Big 550, KTRS from the Country Club Car Wash Text line.
Hold on a second. What do we got going on with the editing? What's up?
There was an edit there.
Right. So McGraw, we'll pause there, and then you want to start where he gives the time. I apologize. Maybe I didn't email correctly, Jackson. I apologize if I didn't. It's supposed to be two different clips.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just putting it all together.
No,
that's my fault.
It's all right. And Doug, we're going to be fine. Listen,
Feels like
listen.
We're going to live through this.
We're in three radio wars.
Yeah. We're distracted.
And the show is going to suffer for it.
Right.
But we're going to do our best. So McGraw does the spot. Over the course of the spot, he mentions Joe Buck's involvement with the business. And he also mentions Randy Carricker's involvement with the business. He called him Carricker, by the way. So that
doesn't even know his name.
Thank you.
Weird.
I listened to the spot. It was sent to me by Peter Repp, who's our general manager. Like I said, I think it went 4 minutes and 52 seconds to be exact. Thank you, McGraw. And I thought the spot was absolutely wonderful. However, there was a member of our audience who was not happy with the spot. Now, the spot went on while we were on the air.
Did it?
Or I guess right before it, apparently. I think it ran at it's 6:45 or something like that. And McGraw came back from a commercial break, and here is what happened.
KTRS from the Country Club Car Wash text line. Hey, McGraw, my understanding is Sound Story is Tim McKernan's from the Morning After Show. Not sure why you wouldn't mention that. Okay. Tim McKernan's one of the ones behind the Sound Story. Yes. Okay. Tim McKernan is one of the ones behind the Sound Story. I wasn't trying to hide it from you.
That is...
yes. It's Tim McKernan's. It's only Tim McKernan. Tim McKernan is the beginning, the middle, and the end. No, yes. I wasn't trying to hide anything. It's... Okay, whatever.
It is a great idea for a company.
It is a great idea, and it's Tim McKernan's brainchild. Yes. It's so interesting. People, I was thinking about this the other day.
We got him flustered.
I was thinking about this the other day.
People who listen think they're going to try and get me. Gotcha. You're lying. Mm-hmm.
Iggy, it sounds like...
Welcome to the club, buddy.
It's You say you like Johnny Londoff, but do you really like R&R Sanitation? But I saw you walk into a porta potty that's not R&R Sanitation. I'm not trying to pull one over on you. It's a great company. It's a great idea. Right. Sorry if I didn't mention Tim McKernan's name attached to it. Yes, Tim McKernan came to us and asked us if we'd like to be involved. And yes, we're involved. I'm not trying to hide it.
That's If anything, it's just you forgetting.
I didn't. Or I don't know. I didn't. I mean,
or if you didn't know, or whatever.
Do you want me to go back? Tim McKernan called me up on June 17th, and we had a conversation. We went to lunch, then we had a sandwich, and then he was going to call me, and I got busy. Then I called him back. I was on the golf course. I said I'd call you the next. I mean, how much detail do you want me to go into? 6:42 here, big 5:50.
I mean, he was worn out.
Well, why do you think he tried to hide the fact that you were behind it?
And that laugh that she did, I've heard that laugh.
Like a bonita.
Oh, you prick.
He presented that like it was his idea, and chose to hide Tim's name.
What just happened?
Well, my mic sucked, fell, so Jackson brought me another one. I just texted him.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to walk out of the studio, but...
right.
Our audience, Doug, has worn out Ken Strode.
Right.
And now they've made their way over to the AM dial and McGraw, Millhaven, and Kelly Jackson.
Wore him down, too. Quickly.
My
Didn't
question
take a lot. He wasn't used to it.
Was Tim McKernan... Was your name mentioned in the live copy he had?
Hell no.
Well, there you go. I mean, he's just reading what's in front of him.
Right. I wouldn't. Who gives a damn?
Well, that's what the texter just doesn't know what's going on. So,
and honestly, like being straightforward, which I think I may have said yesterday, I think it's better to not associate my name with the company, honestly, because I know there are some people, usually lovers of the Lord or a little older. I am the mother effing Antichrist. And it's better for me to just be like, I started it. I have, involvement in it, but it's a business. And whether you like me or not, it's still, something for your family. Take me out of it. Mentioning Randy Carricker, positive equity. Mentioning Joe Buck, positive equity. Mentioning me, nah. So anyway, there's bullet points for the copy. But one of our listeners took McGraw to task for what you believe was a secretive live read?
I think so. And you think McGraw believes that you're the Antichrist, and this is why?
No, I enjoy McGraw quite a bit.
Oh,
we had we got together, as he made reference to in BS, and then he sent me. Well, Peter Epp sent that audio, and then McGraw also sent the audio because one of your listeners was really pissed off at me for not mentioning your name.
Biff? Well, it wasn't Biff. I don't think Biff would have cared.
I don't know. I typed in Bonita, and that's what
you think that was little Tommy Tribbins?
Tommy Tribbins or Arbor Day or it could have been KG. Who knows?
So this listener thought that he had completely stolen the idea. He was going to run with it himself.
Maybe that's what it was.
Call it the same thing.
Right. Now it's trademarked by the United States government.
Hello, world. Welcome to the Bonita Show. I am here at Fat Buddha Studio.
You forgot your name, too.
Co-host had one of the slyest. And then when you go into, let me tell you something, you're in it. You're getting it.
Brian Henson believes it was Ken.
What?
I don't think it was Iggy. I don't think Iggy's listening to
Well, I wasn't listening to McGraw. I'm on the air at the same time, and I haven't talked to McGraw in a while.
You know him, though?
Oh, I know him well.
You produced for him?
He brought me in to produce for him, and that's...
Almighty dog, it's everybody in the market.
No, that's when they said I was overqualified. Well, he didn't. The girl who interviewed me said he's overqualified.
Just you're too good. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I told McGraw, I said, evidently they just want to give you a crap producer because I'm too good for your show. But I'm the one that... you ever seen that clip of him on the Nancy Grace show?
Doug, have you ever seen the clip of McGraw-Millhaven on Nancy Grace?
No, I haven't.
Where he called, this show is stupid. And he just started blasting her. And I told him what to do. He said, I'm going on the Nancy Grace show, and I know that you dislike her. What can I do to piss her off? And just tell her show sucks, and she doesn't know what she's talking about. And he did about a minute into it. He goes, Nancy, you're missing the point. This show is so stupid. I don't even know why I'm on her. She goes, you're not. You're off.
It was a live show?
Yeah. That's all right. We could probably find that on the YouTubes.
Oh, you can. It's fun. It's only like 30 seconds
This
long.
show is so stupid.
Yeah.
If you want to find it, Paul, just type in McGraw-Millhaven Nancy Grace. It'll come up. It's like 30 seconds long, and it's funny as hell. And he did. This thing went viral. I mean, it was all over
And
the
you were
place.
behind it all.
I told him what to do, yeah.
Sure.
This McGraw clip was from before TMA started yesterday. It was definitely Iggy. That's from the 636.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you think I listened to McGraw-Millhaven when I'm coming in here?
I think first you peed all over the floor, and then you called McGraw-Millhaven. That's what I think.
I listen to classic vinyl with...
Point. This show is a joke. You are a joke. You are protecting the prosecutor. The cops have already said they have the evidence. They've already said they have the person. Every other person would have been charged. Why aren't you asking the question, why isn't the prosecutor bringing charges against whoever the cops believe did this? You're missing the whole point, Nancy.
Okay,
I'm embarrassed
McGraw-Millhaven?
to be on this show.
Well,
Yes.
sir, you're off. Cut his mic.
Thank you.
Cut his mic, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Cut that off.
Cut his mic.
Oh, it was funny.
I'm embarrassed to be on this show.
Well, you didn't have to go on.
Cut his mic. Well, he knew he'd get some publicity out of it. She did. She asked him, there's some murder trial going on in St. Louis, and there was another girl, I'm not going to give her name, that was working with me.
God.
And she goes...
The city kind of revolves around your axis.
This whole thing has turned into
She
Iggy.
said, I'm going on Nancy
Right.
Grace today. I said, for what? She goes, talk about the murder trial. I said, you've been following it? She goes, no, I'll just go catch up on it. Jesus. She'll reach out to anybody.
Was this from somebody from 1380 The Woman?
Yeah.
I already know who it is.
And
Yeah, like how? I mean, all due respect to that roster, it wasn't necessarily...
No. But I watched it. I watched it that night. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen because they had another person on there, and every time Nancy Grace would ask him something, and then they go to this girl and go, your thoughts? I agree with him totally. That's all she kept. Oh, I agree with him. He's right. That's all she had was, he's right. Like, oh my God, you're embarrassing the hell of this station.
I was listening yesterday. It happened in the 6 o'clock hour. Iggy definitely could have been that texter. That's from the 636.
Oh, sounds like he did it.
Do you think I would...
Evidence is mounting against you.
Do you think I would text in and say, hey, did you mention Tim? Hey, mention Tim.
Who else would do it?
I know how Tim works. If it's a live copy, Tim's not going to mention it. Make sure you mention my name. That's not Tim.
You were trying to throw attention away from Puddlegate.
I was, if unless I'm playing Golf Rival when I first get up in the morning to take care of all of my little things I need to do on Golf Rival, I get in my car.
What could you possibly need to do on a video game?
Well, we don't know.
Well, there's lots of
Was that a highlight of last year's report, or is that a new report?
There's new...
That's last year's report. So that's not a new report on Wheeler. Okay, so folks, that is not a new report on Wheeler, okay? So I just walked into the room and saw him reporting that, and I wanted to make sure it was a new report.
No, there's things I have to do in the
So
morning.
you wake up first thing, and the first thing on your mind is, I got to do something on the video game?
No, not the first thing I do, but, first I check my emails, then I check Facebook, then I check Instagram, see if there's anything going on, and then I open up Golf Rival, and there's certain tasks I have to get done.
What do you have to get done?
You don't play it, so I can't explain it. Every morning you get four new tasks to do to get...
You get tasks from your golf game?
Yeah. And if you finish them, you get coins and gems and cards for clubs and things. That's just part of the game.
What kind of tasks?
What is
God almighty.
What sort of tasks?
Well, I'll show you what I had.
Do they say, be sure to brush your teeth, take your vitamin, get your Flintstones?
No, not those tasks. Tasks to do with golf.
Jesus.
Well, it's a game I've been playing for over 3 years now. I started playing it during COVID. I had nothing to do, and I said, a little golf game, and I've been playing it ever since.
Well, what sort of
See,
tasks?
it goes quest. Tim, you see?
Here's the quest. Doug, it says quest. Try
Quest. You got to Open a pin chest 1 time. Win in your highest stage 2 times. Upgrade club 5 times. Get legendary clubs 3 times. Play in a special challenge 6 times. Play in the kingdom 15 times. Those are things you have to do in the morning.
Those are the things you have to do in the morning.
Nobody has to do that. What if you don't do it? What would happen?
Then I would miss out on those things. And
Miss out on what? A new club?
Well, you don't play. Yes, I need to get to the Batwing 8. If I don't get to Batwing 8, I'm getting passed by.
By who?
By all these people. They got Batwing 8s. So I do that. I take a shower, and when I get in my car, it goes on classic vinyl and with Meg Griffin in the morning. And on the way home, it's with Rachel Steele, who is just fabulous. This Rachel Steele can work anywhere she wanted to. She's that good. That's when I listen to the radio. I don't listen to other shows. But I can't believe I'm defending myself like it's really me. It's going to.
It sounds like you called in
McGraw-Millhaven.
McGraw-Millhaven show.
Hey, buddy, it's Tim.
Well, in fairness to Iggy, we read an email yesterday from a gentleman who did email me at 7:29 yesterday and said, hey, Tim, listening to McGraw earlier, he mentioned that he was going to be a part of Sound Story. No mention of you or how it was your idea. I texted him to ask why there was no mention of you. He read my text on the air and gave you full credit. Don't mess with us lemmings. That's Rich from Hazelwood.
Oh, I thought that. Iggy, that's the name you're going by
Didn't come from the Grill 111, did it?
It did not.
Yeah, there you go. Just chalk one up for me.
I don't feel like he was messing with the lemmings. He tried to sell.
He just did a commercial.
Right.
There's another guy who thinks he's part of the
I
show.
think he's like Joe Buck's going on his show at 8:35 to talk about it today, I believe. And I don't know if Joe mentioned me. I don't really, like I said, it's probably
Joe
better.
had a nice career.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably better. It's probably better not to. And on top of it, who the hell who listens to KTRS knows who I am? You know what I mean?
Oh,
who cares?
I guarantee I'll mention your name, though.
Well, I mean, whatever. Neither here nor there. It's about the product.
I know it is, but I know Joe will mention your name.
Now that I hear how many tasks you have to do on this video game, it's no wonder you sit down when you pee. You're exhausted.
No, it's in the morning. I'm peeing and I'm playing my little video.
So you're
games.
sitting on the toilet peeing and playing your phone video game.
Yeah.
Doug's sad.
It's just something that it's, you get stuck on something and you're kind of addicted to it. And during COVID, I'm inside. I got nothing to do. It's checking apps. A little golf game. I started playing that.
Hello, St. Louis.
Got kind of fun.
You are listening to a very special edition of a one-week trial run of a show that may or may not continue after this week.
Did it last a week?
Depending on...
Well, there's a backstory to that. Plowhawk, you were on it, right?
Oh, I was on it.
It was me, you, and Seymour?
Yes.
Oh, I was on it.
You were on, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't think Seymour. I think Seymour.
No, Seymour, I'm pretty sure it was my idea.
Seymour.
I don't know if I'm letting the cat out of the bag here. I don't think it should really surprise anybody, but at the same time, I don't think KFNS was a publicly traded company. If so, oh God, I would have bought it up. And they were having a revenue issue.
Really?
Yeah.
Tiny one.
I didn't know that.
And this was probably 5 years ago or so different ownership group. And I said, hey, you know what? I kind of, at some point, want to start doing my own thing, but I don't want to leave TMA. And I get up early anyway, and I live so close to the station. How about we do a deal where I'll do a show from 6 to 7. Doug and the cat don't have to come in, because I'm sure that wasn't something you were really looking to do with your life, Doug. And I know that the cat wasn't, because he would already be, staying up late for his Bailey's duties. And I said, no, maybe we do this, and we'll sell X number of dollars, and I'll get my cut, and the station can get its cut, and it can bring in some more money. And, and so that was a proposal. And it was made in good faith. And then it was then held against me and told, if I do not continue to do it, Jim Hayes will be let go.
Jesus.
Cut his mic.
Poor Jim, everything.
I always went back to the cat. I don't know how many times. I mean, for real, it's double digits how many times the cat was either getting fired or we had to, stand in the way of him getting fired.
Shame that station was losing money. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's what that was like. It was like a good faith idea, because it kind of would help. I'll make a little more money, whatever. Don't care, but I can start doing my own thing, and then and then the Plowhawk can make more money. You'd make more money. Seymour make more money. And then the station would get its percentage of the revenue. Good faith idea. I'm up anyway. I'll just come in and do the show, and then I'll do TMA so it doesn't blow TMA up. Everything works. And then the next thing you know, well, you better do it or else we're going to have to fire the cat.
He had it coming. He had it coming.
Did we do it more than a week? I don't remember doing it more than a week.
No, I think we did it the week. And it was fine, and there were advertisers behind it. But then it became this thing of, well, you got to do it, and if you don't... And then I don't know if that was the same time where I think that was around the same time. I can picture sitting at Kirkwood Brewhouse, may it rest in peace, and being told, okay, you're going to get about a 30% pay increase. So it was not an immaterial hit, but I got to fire Jim Hayes and John Seymour. And I go, well, hold on a second.
Chop him at the knees.
Hold on. I'm getting more money, but it's blood money. I'm going to take Jim Hayes' salary and John Seymour's salary. I said, I'm not comfortable with that. Well, bud, you got a kid now. You got to start thinking about yourself. I'm like, well, I mean, I certainly want to take care of my family, but I'm not going to do it at the expense of coworkers and their ways to make their livings. Okay, I'm a little surprised to hear that. What do you want to tell you? I don't really think that was like a tough call. I don't think too many other people would have done otherwise. So the 6 to 7 show had its 5-day run, but that was the backstory on why it was a 5-day. Otherwise, I would have done it. I've been fine doing it.
I didn't have a problem. I mean, getting in there about that time anyway, so it's no big deal.
Well, now, fortunately, you can use that 6 o'clock hour to get Batwing 8.
Mm-hmm. Relax a little bit.
I got Batwing 7 in like November of 2022. We are almost in November 2023. I'm still on Batwing 7.
Just shows how tough it is.
Well, you got to get 200 Batwing cards to move up, and I'm at like 65 out of 200. 65 cards in a year.
What kind of cards?
It's just a card. Like, you got to get 200 Batwing cards to move up a level. So, like, there's certain things you can play, and you get a Batwing card, but they're hard to get because it's the best club there is. And I go up against a Batwing 8, I got no shot at winning. I just a forfeit. I can't win. Why waste time? I'm sure there's a lot of people out there play golf rival that are listening.
Call in if you would like on Golf Rival, 636-9004 TMA. You can text in on Golf Rival as well, 314-881-TMA5, and give your thoughts. How tough is it to get to Batwing 8?
Batwing 8. I can't even. I got to get to Cardinal 7 too. I'm at Cardinal 6. I got to get to Cardinal 7.
What's more important to you? Because to Doug, they're both important.
Probably the Cardinal 7. Because Cardinal 7, I can hit trick shots on par 5s. I can hit off of rocks and get on the green.
And the ultimate goal is to just shoot a lower score? Are you trying to beat somebody or win money or what?
That depends. If
you're just wasting time, really.
No, if I'm playing Albatross Arena. You play to get an albatross or closest to the hole in your second shot, and you get coins for that. I can get upwards of 4,000 coins if I get all 9.
But do you ever win any money or beat another person or what's
no
the
money
goal?
involved.
You're just trying to win these little fake cards.
Yeah, I don't understand these people that are paying $100 the people that have bat
what are they doing?
The people that have bat 8s and Cardinal 7s are paying money. They're paying like $79 a month to get special things.
Why?
I don't know why.
$80 a month.
I asked the same question. Why would anybody pay money for this when you don't win anything? I just play it for fun, trying to get as high as I can, and I enjoy it. But
But now you're frustrated because of your Batwing.
Well, I'm just frustrated it's taking me so long.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about your stupid Batwing. Jesus, this guy's mentally draining. The old Appleton stepdad might be on his last nerve.
I care.
Text TMA live.
Text line, Stephen Wildwood says, okay. Stephen Wildwood.
You got no room to talk. Your boring-ass calls that come in here every day, when you call, it's not as boring as my Golf Rival talk.
Tim's interesting and heartfelt story about standing up for his colleagues was just interrupted by a guy talking about winning fake cards in a free cell phone game. That's from Woof Boy.
I was asked by Doug what I do on the phone, and I say I'm playing Golf Rival while I'm sitting on the toilet.
I'm just trying to figure out the purpose of it all.
Well, you asked, and I'm explaining.
It's just to get another
Next time you ask me a question, I'll make the texters happy. Shut up, Doug. It's none of your business. Don't ask me questions. I'm not answering any.
I wish we had a stenographer and we could put like this 2 minutes on a T-shirt. Like put in tiny print just this entire conversation just in a shirt.
It's all so sad. So damn sad. Were the possums sleeping this morning? The old is extra talkative today. That's from caller Buzz. And Doug, he's digitally penetrated by his wife.
Oh.
I would say I probably talked less in this last hour and 15 minutes than I have in a long time.
How about that?
Talk less? I don't think so.
I have, because Tim has been telling great stories on the P-War wars we have going on.
Radio wars on 3 fronts, Doug.
Radio wars on the
Nice stories.
P-puddles.
Thank you.
Okay.
Holy hell, make this golf rival talk stop. It's so stupid. I'd take a Mixter Licks call at this point. That's from Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month. Beer Cats, January 2023.
And somebody said they got the Batwing 8 in 6 months.
Whoa!
So
Gauntlet.
you're clearly doing something wrong.
No, they're spending money then. Ask him how much money he spends.
Why don't you just asked him?
You can't get Batwing 8 without spending money. Now I'm done talking about because Beer Cat's
That's a pretty good rule for life.
God forbid we make somebody as important as him upset.
Oh,
They teach that in some of the private schools. You can't get to Batwing 8 unless you're willing to spend some money.
That needs to be a bumper sticker on somebody's.
You think there's guys at
18-wheeler?
Burroughs right now playing for Batwing 8?
Yeah, I think they teach it at Wharton even.
It's good for your hand-eye coordination. Because you have
Sure
to
it
you
is.
have to hit that thing right on the middle of the button
Oh, my
to get it.
goodness.
If you miss a little bit, you're not going. It's not going in. So
Stephen Wildwood says, can that guy who posted on Facebook post again and shut him up for the whole hour? What does that mean? Can that guy who posted on Facebook post again and him shut up for a whole hour? What does that mean? What was posted on FanPit?
well, it's a shock that Stephen Wildwood posted something that nobody understands.
Hey, video games are cool, Ryan.
Kind of like his calls.
Plowhawk, were you talking to a texter there?
Yeah, he said, have Iggy back. Video games are fun. And I said, video games are fun. I got my Iggy back. You don't shame what anybody does in their free.
We don't hobby shame and we don't kink shame.
Well, I do, yes.
See, I think some of these people are the ones that are, I'm going to say it, and they're going to freak out on the text line. I think they're jealous of Iggy's free time. Maybe not.
I will be the first to say I envy your free time.
Yeah.
Now, it's a double-edged sword. Doug has raised children. I'm in the process of doing so. I got home last night and said to my wife, and granted, I said, yeah, I was playing golf, but I would have never been playing golf if I weren't playing with Marty Link, who's director of programming for and great people, Casey and 106.5, and also TMA, and then our director of sales, Keith Krause. But I'm running myself into the ground. And then I don't even get a chance to really spend as much time then with my two boys. So, yes, I truly do envy, to a point, because it cuts both ways, Iggy's leisure time.
Yeah, it cuts both ways. I mean, I enjoy being by myself and then relaxing, doing what I want to do. But at the same time, during the holidays, I think I said this before, it gets a little depressing because you go over to your, niece's house or wherever for Christmas or Thanksgiving, and then, you go home and it's like, God, everybody's over there. They're probably sitting down with the kids watching TV, maybe having a cup of hot chocolate with the fire, and I'm sitting here by myself. Yeah, it gets kind of depressing.
It's not too late for you to take a bride.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a little too late.
It isn't.
It isn't. Look at The Golden Bachelor, Doug. I'm sure you're watching it.
Yes, I've seen a few.
How old is that guy?
70, 71, I think.
Boy, he's enjoying HGH, isn't he?
He's a good-looking dude.
Well,
I haven't seen any of the older women he's going after. Are they any of them good-looking?
Yeah, there's some attractive women.
Carbon copies.
Okay. Does he got money?
I don't know how much money. They don't make a big deal out of that, whether he's got it or
I mean,
not.
they're not going to put a bachelor
Would you like
on
to take a guess?
Well, they showed him at home with his grown daughters, and it doesn't look like he's loaded.
Yeah,
It's like he's comfortable.
it's
But
not like
That could be one of 4 homes.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to...
I'm very comfortable with saying he's got money.
Our bachelor this year is co-host on an HD2 station. His highest salary in his life was $41,000.
Is that right? Is that your highest salary?
Yeah, Austin people.
I think
Simmons.
if he had a lot of money, he'd probably be going on a show where he could walk away with a 20 or 30-something wife instead of a 70-something wife.
But I'd be looking for somebody with money. So first I look at, as Jay Gal said, first I look at the purse.
No, I think you could take a bride, Iggy, and start a family of your own.
No interest.
I am jealous of Iggy. Wow, people are coming clean. Here we go, Doug. This is therapeutic. We got radio wars, but we also have therapy. What an hour, Jackson. Right. I don't know how you title this one now. Therapy. I am jealous of Iggy's free time. Plowboy's carefree, optimistic attitude. Doug's hog. Jackson's height. And Tim, well, I'm actually more jealous of Tim's wife because she gets to lay with him each night. Also, The Golden Bachelor is an excellent show. Shockingly deep, quite poignant, etc. It's a quality watch. Wow, Brian Henshin. He's an endorser of The Golden Bachelor. Are you enjoying The Golden Bachelor?
I haven't seen every episode, but I kind of liked it. Yeah.
How's it different? Probably not as much anal.
Oh, they haven't gotten to that part
Is this
yet.
guy banging them two at a time on here?
No, you don't get to. There's a fantasy suite right at the end when you're down to the final 3, of course, but we're nowhere near that. So I don't know what'll happen when that comes around.
Is there any Viagra commercials in there?
I haven't noticed if there are or not. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of senior citizens that enjoy watching TV, just like the 20, 30-somethings that would watch the regular Bachelor and Bachelorettes.
They will undoubtedly have a Golden Bachelorette series, and we have to get Ken on there as a contestant. That's from Arbor Day. I have to tell you, Arbor Day, I would throw a lot of effort behind that. Would you be interested in being on Golden Bachelorette?
Sure.
Yes!
All right. I can see you stepping out of that limo.
God, that would be
with a Vera Wang comforter over
greatest.
your shoulders.
That might be the way for this show to end. You on the Golden Bachelorette.
Where's this lady at? Come on, I gotta get home.
They could probably use it.
I gotta play golf rival. How long is this date gonna take?
Yeah.
Hurry up. I don't want to get off the couch. Can't you just come over here?
Will you announce in your first date that you will not be moving during sex?
I mean, it'd be funny as hell if they want some comedy on the show. Because I would just be myself. I'd say, well, I'll let you know. Hopefully, I get the rose. But I'll let you know right now. If we go to bed, I don't do any work. I'm just going to lay there, and you're going to have to do all the work just to let you know right off the bat.
That would probably make the cut. They'd probably put that in there.
And I eat dinner at 4. How about you?
Mm-hmm.
Who hosts it now? Is that the guy who quarterbacked at
Jesse
Florida?
Palmer.
Jesse Palmer, yeah. I remember seeing him at a cocktail lounge in Florida. Boy, he had lasses all over him.
Oh,
wasn't he a bachelor once?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was he quarterbacked at Florida, and then he was a backup for the Giants, I think.
He also does
ESPN stuff.
analyzm.
Yeah.
But I also think he's one of the co-hosts of either E! Entertainment or one of those afternoon.
Oh yeah, one of those tabloid shows.
Tabloid shows.
When we break down a Cardinal game, are we employed in analyzm?
Analyzm is what we're doing.
What it is?
Yep, analyzm.
I think I just discovered a word.
And it's a good one.
Did I say it?
No, Doug did. It was Doug.
Yeah, it came out of my mouth.
I would throw the entire power of the Indianapolis Star and the Asian TMA community behind getting Iggy on the Golden Bachelor. That's from Brian Henson. Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would take. Do I have to audition or?
Probably do an interview to make sure that you'll talk and say something.
Well, have him call me.
Doug, have
easy
him
to
call.
find. I'm easy to find.
Well, maybe you can go on the website. Perhaps they're casting now for a future.
Well, I'm not going to do any work for this. If they.
How amazing will it be when Ken misses the first rose ceremony because he's in the bathroom sitting down and peeing while smoking a cigarette and playing golf rival? That's from Arbor Day.
I'm not going to change. I mean, she picks me. She picks me. I'm not going to change who I am.
You won't do anything just for the betterment of the TV show?
Look, honey, you got money? Because I'm only on here to hopefully I get picked and you got money. If you don't have any money, let's just end it now.
I'm sure she'd gladly end it right at that point. Well, there's always hope. I say we go on the website and sign him up.
If you have the Indianapolis Star and the entirety of the TMA Asian listening community behind you, those are two powerful lobby groups.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'd get in.
I love Asians.
Nice.
Is
that the whole comment there? That's good analysis.
Well, I think out of the 500, we only had 2.
Oh,
one was Philippine. Though.
Well, it took a turn right there, didn't it?
It sure did.
Well, that's how I judge things.
By ethnicity?
No, as far as who I banged. I mean, I said I've been with 2 Asians.
Right.
Love Asians. I have a lot of Asian friends, but I've only been with 2.
Who are some of your Asian friends?
Peter Van White was one of my best
That
friends.
doesn't sound Asian to me. This guy's Dutch.
Van White?
No, he's Asian. Trust me.
He lives off a Skinker.
No. We were all in love
He's
with
from the Netherlands.
We were all in love with his mom, too. No, we played street hockey in front of Peter Van White's house every day.
Dutchman.
Yeah. Randy Hugh, good friend.
Randy Hugh.
Okay.
Was on part of the very first sports station.
Oh, there.
Yeah, he did a show at Brian McKenna called Shirts and Skins.
Nice.
And even though we're on radio, McKenna still took his shirt off for the show.
No.
Nice.
He kind of enjoys doing that.
He does.
I don't think they can do shirts and skins anymore.
You put on pennies.
Yeah. Yeah. That used to be a thing when I was in high school. It was a common thing to play basketball, shirts and skins.
Good morning. It makes me super uncomfortable when Ken talks about Old Continent. Signed, Tom Smith, the most Asian who ever Asian. That's from Brian Henson.
You can see a little Asian in her.
Yeah, Pally Coleslaw.
Pally Coleslaw is Asian?
She's part Asian.
Your account will be credited, Carlos Spicy Wiener.
What's going on?
Carl Spicy Bear called Pally Coleslaw.
Oh, wow, we did. I see that.
Well, you asked a question. I haven't been with her, so.
Yeah. Well, it's her loss.
Probably could have, yeah.
Yeah, it's her loss. I'm sure she wanted you.
I'm sure there was a time, yeah.
Yeah. Brown skin, glistening in the sun.
Don Henley.
Mm-hmm.
A buddy of mine, how about this? This is America in the Central West End. A buddy of mine was on The Bachelorette last year. He quit the show halfway through because he said the whole thing is rigged and fake drama created by the producers. That's from America in the Central West End.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I would think we all know that.
Yeah, it kind of, wouldn't you know that going in? It's all about the editing, Doug. All about the shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody just flushed. Jackson, it might be good to find out who it was and then go in there and see.
Yep. Do it now.
Yep.
I got eyes.
I'm ready.
What do you
to
got?
catch
Let
these.
us know what's doing. Let us know what's doing. Let us know what's doing. Oh, Iggy's going, Doug. This is how we are launching our
Well, Rafe is
counteroffensive.
one step away from having to rent that bathroom out because he's in it so much.
Is he
so.
in there a lot?
Dude, he's every hour.
Waiting.
Would it be uncomfortable to take everyone's picture as they exited the
Yeah, I think
bathroom?
that's reasonable.
I got eyes on the door.
Iggy does too. He left the studio
Yeah.
and stand right
Iggy
outside
pretty
the
much
bathroom
standing
door.
there.
Sure did.
He's going to cost whoever it is.
He is.
What if there's a secret escape tunnel?
Does any other show use that bathroom other than us in the Riz show?
Courtney show.
So it could be one of the Convy boys.
Yeah, WIL as well.
Remy's live now.
Oh, the dude's about to do a second flush, ain't he?
Nobody's coming out yet.
Wow.
Maybe he's mopping up. Maybe he's
Waiting
mopping
for
up.
that thing to refill up.
Plowhawk, you're thinking it's a second flush?
Got a little dirt track in there. trying to flush it out. I get it.
No.
Still nobody has
been
exited
there.
the restroom.
Oh.
This is a problem. Somebody's about to be outed.
I feel so bad.
God, that'd
Somebody
be embarrassing
dropped
too,
ass.
wouldn't
They
it?
don't even know we're out.
Todd Racing says, I know Pally, and she already thinks you're creepy. Wonder what she will think when she hears you said I probably could have had her. Doug, that's Todd Racing. You know Todd Racing, Iggy?
No.
He says, I know Pally, and she already thinks you're creepy. Wonder what she will think when she hears you said I probably could have had her.
Yeah. Well, I know her too, so I think I would know. And it was somebody we don't. It was one of the salespeople. So I wasn't going to say.
No.
Can we go
Were there
check for
any-
puddles?
Were there any
No.
dribbles? I don't care who it is. What need to be done?
I don't think she has any clue what goes on in this show.
Oh,
Who are we talking about now? We on the salesperson or the
I don't know.
Pally?
I don't know who it was.
You don't recognize a salesperson.
I don't think it was a salesperson. It might have been.
You said it was a salesperson.
Well, I don't think so.
This Swiss cheese.
There's so many
story
people
here.
that work here. I
Just
really
see
have.
right
There's.
through
I'm sure there's still someone here I haven't met.
Jackson can you give the department of the gentleman who exited?
It was
the
a
facility?
girl.
I couldn't. Did they walk?
Wow.
Did they walk towards my booth?
No, they walked toward the front.
Yeah, then I couldn't have seen them.
No, it was a female. I'm not sure who it was.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask them. She doesn't know what's going on here. So
No.
I waited while Nikki Glazer used that restroom a couple months ago.
Oh, Nikki. Well, now we know the culprit.
I don't know that you can pin it on her. She's not here.
Well, they're blaming us. Just blame anybody that goes in there.
Oh, well.
Doug, we have to defend our honor.
Yeah, I think we should.
Oh, I don't care about the honor. I just want to find out who it was.
I'm just thinking about Pally again. The fact that she wanted you. How do you know when Pally and so many other women want to get in bed with your loins?
I could be wrong. I don't know. I just go by my gut.
Okay.
It's no shot at Pally at all.
I just thought maybe you had a tip for all the guys who'd like to
She's
have
a fun girl.
the kind of success that you
I
had.
mean, if she had no interest in me, but she doesn't think I'm a creep. I can tell you that right now. So I don't know what you're talking about, Riesling. Terrible wine too, by the way.
I believe it's Todd Racing, the former Kansas.
Oh, I thought it was Riesling, like German Kool-Aid.
Guys, I put a poll on the fan page. Who peed on the floor? Currently 54% Riz Show, 46% TMA. Thanks, Steve Wildwood. Gallup poll.
Was that 54 and 64? That doesn't add up.
Well, if I said 64, I apologize. 54% Riz Show, 46% TMA.
Okay, now that adds up.
Oh, then
Now we're
we've
square.
narrowed it down. Go tell the Riz Show the fan page has spoken.
Ken, it's really not a good look when you don't know everyone on the sales staff. Ned taught you better than this during your internship with him. That's from glove blogger Tom Trade.
I don't think she's on the sales staff.
Well, Ned didn't take you around to all the salespeople, did he? Ned Reynolds?
No, we had 2 salespeople there.
Nice. Big.
Well, that's better than none.
It's my credo.
Better than some place I've been. Not here. And they're all good, too.
How about that, Doug?
There's a bevy of them.
Yeah.
Bevy.
Yeah. Well, there's some people that... I think I've seen everybody that works here, but there's some people that I don't know that well that I say hi to, but I can't remember their name. I think I've seen everybody that works there. So this young lady I've seen a couple times, but I'm not sure what her job description is.
Someone else just entered the bathroom.
Yeah, let's go out again.
I don't know if this will give it away, but this person won a Super Bowl.
Oh.
Orlando Pace is in
And he
there?
was up Plowk. He would have enjoyed it on, what was that, Jackson Tuesday. Kerry wanted to stick around because he had just about enough of Missouri fan. And he went off in about 15 minutes. Ooh, cats and dogs.
Well, he doesn't know what's going on in this P war either, so I'm not going to bother him.
P war.
Well, this could be the culprit. Could be someone who doesn't know that it's even a
Yeah, but if
discussion
but if I go out there and say, "What did you leave a puddle?"
Yeah,
he may smash me.
Yes, he could.
Yeah, I think we might have a tough time, the five of us.
I'm
taking
only
him down.
waiting for someone from the Riz show to go in there. Then I'm going to say, "Did you leave a puddle?"
What if it was Learn?
I'll still ask. She threw us under the bus yesterday too.
Uh-oh, are you sideways?
No. I think Riz. He goes, I didn't blame TMA. I didn't bring anybody up. And he goes, Learn, you brought him up.
Oh, is that right? That was in the clip?
Yeah, not in the clip, but it was toward the end of the show I was listening to. But it was actually Rafe who first said, I don't know, it's right next to the TMA studio. That's their bathroom. I think it might be TMA.
Is that your Rafe impression?
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's I got to tell you, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I didn't even think of a Rafe impression, but that's not bad. It's not bad at all. In no universe could Ken have Pally. Jesus, that's from Mr. Felch.
How do you know? I mean, really, how do you know?
He never saw you in that Miami Vice get-up that you used to wear with the fake Rolex.
She wasn't even born
spray
back
tan.
then. So.
He didn't. He never saw you.
She
then.
wasn't born back then when I was supporting the fake Rolex and all that.
Yeah.
Sporting.
Yeah, you have no clue what you're talking about, so just shut up.
No. Women were attracted to the fake Rolex, though, no doubt.
Well, it's with the gold and the brown skin,
Glistening in the sun.
pop collar.
Ooh, that got him.
Soft cow.
Yep.
I don't believe I was into puka shells back then, but I had some kind of necklace on.
It's all an attractive package for sure.
I didn't take a lot of pictures back then, or I'd have some pictures. Not a lot of picture taking back in the day with me.
Well, you'd have to take the photo to Fox Photo or to Walgreens or something to get it
unless you had a
back
Polaroid.
2 weeks later.
Yeah. My mom had a Polaroid that she used all the time, but it was back when the Polaroid, you had once it came out, there was that little liquid you had to brush on it, and that stuff smelled like formaldehyde.
Right. That was a horrible entire ordeal.
Mm-hmm. I used to have to take my Hito pictures to the photo mat. I'd say, now, you don't copy these, do you? I said, I'm just telling you there's going to be some nudity in there.
Oh, no. What'd they say?
And I got to know this guy. He worked for the photo place right by Mrs. Field's Cookies,
nice.
Where Jay and I did a show once a week. We did a remote from this place. And I got to know him. And so every year I'd take my pictures to him, and I knew he'd be safe. They wouldn't be making copies and put them on the internet somewhere.
There was no internet back then.
Well, eventually he could have.
Right.
He knew it was coming.
We knew internet was coming
saved the
eventually,
picture.
yeah.
He just doesn't stop. It goes on and on and on and on. Old Appleton stepdad's beside himself this morning.
Oh, and Ken's now half crestfallen.
I'm just tired of it. I mean, I'm asked a question, I answer it, and it just goes on and on and on. Shut up. You want me to go smoke now? Go smoke now. I don't care.
Kerry Davis does make sense as the culprit since he's only been there for a short time. Check the bathroom, Jackson. That's from Dave Hay.
Dave Hay, he's new.
I'm going to go take a look.
Yeah, I think you should.
All right, I'll be right back.
Boy, if there's a puddle, we're in trouble.
I know. How do we handle that?
Hey, buddy, you peeing on the floor?
Who's going to say? Maybe we have to send a note.
Yeah, anonymous.
It's not really.
I'll text
peeing.
Riz to say, "Hey, man, let's just drop the pee thing."
It's not really peeing on the floor, though, right? It's a
The way that
drop or two.
the way that it's being told is that there's a full blown puddle there.
Large enough
I've
for
never
tadpole?
seen that. Yeah, large enough for tadpole, right, Plowhawk?
2 tadpoles.
Two
Per
tadpoles.
puddle.
God, you would almost have to just let it dangle there and just kind of finish.
Maybe it's
on
one of the
floor.
overnight people. You know?
It could be.
I couldn't get into someone went in before I could get in there.
Who's in there now?
I don't know.
Well, it's got to be somebody from Riz Show now because they're running out of people.
I don't think so. Because usually when someone from the Riz Show goes in there, the rest of the cast is around the break room or such.
I like that. Break room or such.
Don't say or such.
I thought that was right. Break room or such. What else is going to be?
50, sir.
Just at the break room.
Okay.
You don't have to say or such.
Yeah, you're right.
Walk in there now, Jackson. Catch him in the act. That's from Scissor Me Timbers.
Door's locked.
Watch this. JEFFLOTTMANN.com. That's JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Let me tell you something about that Jeff Lotman. He's got some good listings.
Oh, I'm sure he's got the
some
best
good
ones
listings.
in town.
He really does.
Get
Compass
that
Realty,
reputation.
luxury real estate. Listen, I want to talk to you. And by you people, I'm not saying that condescendingly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're selling your house, Jeff Lotman's who you want to work with. Here's where you go. JEFFLOTTMANN.com. And if you're looking to buy a house, you can do the exact same thing. JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Because he's got the inside on what's about to be listed in addition to what's already out there, because he's been doing it for 22 years and he sold $500 million worth of real estate.
He's on the inside.
He's an insider. And he's with Compass, and it's a luxury brand. So you need a home, selling your home. He's got connections all over the earth. He's got all over the earth. Let's think about that.
All over the earth?
I said earth.
It was grayer.
Okay.
What do we got? Breaking news. JEFFLOTTMANN.com. What do we got?
You know, Greg, our salesperson.
Yeah.
I call him Gregor. I said, "You leave a puddle in there, buddy." He goes, "I did."
He's admitted to this?
I didn't check to see if there's a puddle, but
Well, maybe he was just joking.
he laughed and said I left a puddle. So
He was probably just kidding.
But you didn't go in?
no. So it's not Gregor.
So it's not him. So there is no puddle.
No.
You did go in.
No, I didn't check.
So how do you know if there's a puddle?
I'm so confused.
I'll go check.
Get in there and look for the
He
puddle.
said, yes, I left a puddle. You didn't
said he
walk
left a
in
puddle,
there,
but I
and then he
think
said,
he was
no,
laughing.
he didn't. It could have been the most confusing thing.
Somebody's back in there?
Not really the kind of detective work we were hoping for.
Yeah, Gregor said he left a puddle. Did you check it? No.
No.
Did Greg do it? No.
No.
Well, this is a thorough investigation. I mean, it's 3 steps away.
We're going to have him down on his hands and knees looking for moisture on the bathroom floor.
Or he slipped in it.
Oh, yeah, he could be hurt.
Have the tadpoles already begun swimming, Plowhawk?
Oh, I'm telling you, full-grown frogs. They could get to
Croaking and
that.
everything in there?
It's that, they're that deep.
Jackson, put your nose under the door and sniff real hard. That's from Mr. Siders.
What would that accomplish?
Nothing good.
Boy, Iggy's investigation is as thorough as the day is long. Doug,
He's smoking now.
You think he's left?
We're sitting down.
What do we have going on? Do we have anything today? I assume no, but I just want to make sure. I know we have a trivia night on November 11th at St. Gabriel's. This year's trivia questions will test your general sports entertainment and St. Louis knowledge, but it's not TMA-specific trivia, so it's different than last year. Plus, it's only $45, and that includes all of your salt and smoke and all of your beer from AB. Hell, I'd just go there and hang out, even if you didn't want to do the trivia. Go, hey, you want to answer some questions? These nitwits are up there asking on the St. Gabriel Gymnasium. Might as well. Go register your table of 8 at TMASTL.com, or I can hear urine, don't you?
I thought I heard a half of a flush.
Or you can just get a ticket for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you can get the table of 8. It's up to you. Tickets include food from Salt and Smoke and beer from AB. But feel free to bring your own food and drink as well. A portion of the proceeds great to go to the great people at St. Gabriel the Archangel. Ladies and gentlemen, returning from his investigation, Ken Strode.
Well, what'd you discover? You got an awfully serious look on your face.
There's no puddle.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we rule out Greg Jost?
Yeah, take him off the list and me, because
Kerry Davis?
I just went, there was no
Ken
puddle.
Strode? Yeah. I just can't imagine, just taking a step back, I can't imagine somebody is pissing on the floor.
No.
You know?
Unless somebody's in a hurry.
If it was some sort of accident, at least you'd clean it up, though, wouldn't you?
Unless you don't notice it. Somebody could be in a hurry. You got to get back on the air, and they just kind of shake real quick and leave. And there's still a little bit of dribble coming down.
Well, it sounds like we're not talking about a little bit of dribble. We're talking about a huge puddle.
I've never
large
seen it.
enough
For
tadpole.
for 2 tadpoles.
I've never seen a puddle in there.
Okay.
I've seen dribblings.
Dribblings.
I've seen dribblings.
I've never seen a puddle.
Doug, we'll close out this Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota Radio Wars segment.
Okay.
At 8:39, 7 o'clock hour comes to conclusion. Your thoughts, your concerns, your questions, the morning after at InsideSTL.com for our Design Air heating and cooling email of the day, which comes your way in an hour and 5 minutes. Then at 10 o'clock, Jackson and I go down the hallway, and we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. We will. It's called Balloon Party. It's driven by Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota. Jackson, what do we have lined up today?
Today's on 101 ESPN. It's kind of a thoroughfare Thursday.
No.
Where anything's on the table.
Okay.
But it's much different than Wide Berth Wednesday.
How so?
Begins with a T.
Yeah.
That, and I would say we invite more ladies to get involved on Thoroughfare Thursday.
We actually do have a lot of ladies who listen to Balloon Party.
What is Friday? Free Fall
Janet,
Friday?
Lisa. Friday is what, the 6-shooter, isn't it?
6-shooter and Gabe.
Oh, yeah, the Colonel's on there.
Free for all Friday?
No.
But there is more. We have an interview, 6-shooter. A little more buttoned up on Fridays.
Oh.
Mondays and Fridays. And Tuesdays. Wednesday and Thursday. That's for us.
Yeah.
That's our time.
Serious business.
Yeah, exactly. Wide Berth and Thoroughfare?
Yeah, Thoroughfare Thursday.
Free range radios.
That is free range. We'll close out the Munganess 7 o'clock hour at 8:41. You are listening to TMA from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm with a great sponsor of TMA, and that's Longo Biggs of the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. People are starting to head out now. It is summertime, but that means an increase in car accidents.
Hey guys, like Tim just said, summer is finally here, and that means there's more people on the roadways. And you might be going to a Cardinals game, or maybe you're headed home from taking your buddy's money on the golf course. But with increased traffic on the roads, it also means a higher likelihood for car accidents. If you get in an accident, contact our firm immediately. We've successfully handled a countless number of car, motorcycle, and truck accidents. And if you go to our website, you will see we have received awards for doing so. We will make the process easy for you while maximizing the compensation you receive. Go to our website or Google Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you, or fake you, or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2.
Do you want to support the EDF Group as a sponsor of TMA? Well, it's real simple. Do you have a fire extinguisher where you work? The answer is yes, you certainly do. So, please email the EDF Group at fire@theedfgroup.com so a technician can come out and explain to your team how the EDF Group can save your company money. Again, that email address is fire@theedfgroup.com. The EDF Group is hot and will prevent your facility from having hot fires. Experience the EDF Group difference. Learn more at theedfgroup.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at TMASTL.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the morning after on 105.7 FM HD2.
Hey, Tiger fans. This is Mizzou wide receiver Luther Burton III. Come support Mizzou NIL and get a quote from my friend James Carlton.
Thanks, Luther. If your insurance rates have gone up, let me see if I can save you money, especially if you have drivers under the age of 25. You will get 5-star local customer service when you work with our office. If you mention Luther's name, we'll make a donation to Mizzou's preferred NIL on your behalf.
Come support Mizzou NIL and get a quote from my friend James Carlton.
Check us out online at carltoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
Do you want to support the EDF Group as a sponsor of TMA? Well, it's real simple. Do you have a fire extinguisher where you work? The answer is yes, you certainly do. So, please email the EDF Group at fire@theedfgroup.com so a technician can come out and explain to your team how the EDF Group can save your company money. Again, that email address is fire@theedfgroup.com. The EDF Group is hot and will prevent your facility from having hot fires. Experience the EDF Group difference. Learn more at theedfgroup.com.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie.
And now the Pepper and Genie Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepper and Genie.
Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at tmastl.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
Rosalitas know that a fun happy hour and scenic patio go together like fresh guac and chips. So take advantage of their covered patio this fall and winter at their De Pere location and enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6. Their sparkling margarita is made with Chambord raspberry liqueur and topped with a bottle of rosé Prosecco. They also have a variety of delicious margarita flavors, including mango, pomegranate, and blood orange, all made with top-shelf tequila and Cointreau. With phenomenal service, great margaritas, and a breathtaking atmosphere, there's always a reason to come to Rosalitas.
If you're sick of having slow internet that doesn't reach every nook and cranny of your house, I'm here to introduce Whisper, the rural internet provider with no hidden fees, no contracts, and high speeds, all for a low cost. Whisper offers first-class customer service that'll help you set up and answer any questions along the way. And Whisper is offering free installation now till the end of October. Call Whisper at 800-765-7772 to learn more and use promo code TMA to get free installation. That's 800-765-7772 with promo code TMA.
TMA presents their second ever trivia night, November 11th at Tim's alma mater, St. Gabe's, starting at 7:30 p.m. A little different than last year. Not just TMA trivia, all trivia, sports, entertainment, STL-centric, and a few rounds of TMA trivia thrown in for good measure. And it's hosted by Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson, and whoever else is on the show. You can purchase single tickets, tables of 8, or anything in between. Tickets are on sale now and are $45 a person. A portion of the proceeds from the event will go to St. Gabe's. Tickets include food from Salt and Smoke and all your Anheuser-Busch beer. But feel free to bring your own food and drink too. Another TMA Trivia Night, November 11th. Get more info and find out how to buy tickets at tmastl.com.
Butter me up, Daddy.
It's the morning after.
KPNT-FM, HD2.
Candy Girl, think about it. Just this headphone jack, Doug, it just can't.
It's not working for you.
Every day
Yeah, mine kind of comes on and off, too.
There it is. I got to figure it out. Nope,
Okay.
it's gone again.
No.
God bless us all. Welcome back to TMA. We're in the Michelob Ultra Studios. My name is Tim McKernan. If you're watching on YouTube, and you should be, I mean, what a wonderful chat they have going in there. Doug is on top of me.
I am not.
On YouTube, you are.
Oh.
And Plowhawk. Ooh, look, I'll turn this way? No, I'll have to turn this way.
Okay.
And then it makes it look like I'm talking to the Plowhawk. But in reality, the Plowhawk is
weird.
This way. Isn't that fun?
No, I really like it, actually. It actually makes it...
Oh, no, wrong. No, yeah, I'm doing it now. Now I'm talking to Plowhawk.
I guess it'd be better if we
How
could
about
get
that?
used to staring right into the camera.
Yeah.
I noticed Colin Cowherd on his show just stares right into the camera and just talks nonstop for as long as he has to talk.
He might have a little QFTA in him. Except is he contrarian take guy?
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
He started out the season with his football picks like 0-11. People were cooking him. Or it was like 0-11-1. He like pushed on one of them.
Yeah.
It's tough.
If you're watching on YouTube, you see the door open with Ken Strode, and then you see it immediately close with no Ken Strode.
Yes, the Strode.
Well, he talked for an hour last segment, so you got to probably get a drink.
Yeah, he needs some relaxing. He needs a cigarette. He needs to sit down.
Guys, all BS aside, if the last hour and 40 minutes of entertainment mixed with investigative journalism and overall entertainment excellence does not win you all the NAB HD Multicast Award, Brian Henshin will have to launch a full-scale investigation. It's downright genius. Doug, that's from Sullivan Dean. Old Sullivan Dean.
Sullivan Dean, nice name. If we don't win some award for that, then it's politics.
Thank you. Good for you.
Yeah. I imagine your dad could step in and buy us something.
Here's the thing. Right now, I wouldn't say we're cash poor, but the acquisition of Hubbard last month was a cash transaction for $9 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know how liquid he is.
Can he borrow against some of that? Give us something? At least give you something else?
Thank you. Something else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because I've been asking for that.
Yeah.
Daddy, I want an award, and I want one now. That's what I say to him.
And he usually responds.
He does. Gets me awards. Yeah. Damn right he did. Guys, Mad Dog had a bad weekend and literally went over all his bets for half the show on Monday. Stephen Odland.
Horrific radio, isn't it? Isn't that just the worst? That or listen about somebody's fantasy baseball team or football team.
What about bartenders who want to sleep with them?
That's a little more interesting.
It's one thing if it's like a podcast where it's like you kind of have to seek it out, but if you're doing it on terrestrial radio or even Sirius, it's like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Up on the podcast, twink boy.
Gosh,
some long balls.
Why won't he do it?
Well, the first segment was pretty long, so the processing takes just a moment. But
you have an axe to grind against someone?
Yeah. No axe to grind. I want the people to get the show as soon as humanly possible. You know, a great way to do something, like if the podcast is being a little slow on the upload and you want to go back and listen to them, you can backtrack on YouTube. Just go back a little bit. And you can.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's not optimal if you're driving. Hence why I try to get the podcast up as soon as possible. But it's a good in a pinch. So a little tip.
Okay.
Sorry, I was waiting by the bathroom. There's somebody in there. The door's locked, but I think it might just be locked and nobody's in there. 'Cause I was waiting for a couple minutes. Nobody came out.
Unless they're doing work.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Deidre. A threesome gave me the best sex of my life. But I've paid the highest price for it. I've lost everything.
Oh.
I'm not sure who suggested the threesome. Me, my wife, or my best mate.
Oh.
We'd all had so much to drink that none of us were thinking straight. I am 39 with two lovely sons, aged 7 and 9. My soon-to-be ex-wife is 36. We were happily married for nearly 10 years. We had the big house, the cute kids, the nice cars.
This is Ted Kennedy now?
Blessed.
Sending this in?
Yes, it is. Chappaquiddick.
It sounded like it.
It's called the Chappaquiddick Memoirs.
Okay.
Now I wish I'd never befriended our next-door neighbors. Back then they seemed fun. We all got on and had regular nights out. You like that? We all got on?
No, I don't care for it. No, I don't.
After one boozy evening, they suggested we carry on the party at their house. But my mate's partner soon went to bed, leaving the three of us to carry on drinking in the lounge. My mate started asking us what our sexual fantasies were. Well, that's a moment, isn't it? If you're just hanging out, and then like your buddy says...
Crosses the line there.
The conversation quickly turned to threesomes. I could tell my wife was feeling frisky, and we asked if we'd be interested. We both agreed. Moments later, both me and my mate were having sex with my wife on the sofa.
No.
It then happened 2 more times after that.
Davenport or just a regular sofa? I assume it was a Davenport.
I assume as well. 3 months later, completely out of the blue, my wife said she's leaving me and wanted a divorce. I was devastated. I discovered she'd been seeing my mate on the quiet. You like that, on the quiet?
I don't care for that either, no.
I moved out and my wife carried on seeing him. Jeez. She's been out with some other guys now, too.
Oh!
Well, you're out of luck, buddy.
She has changed so much now, and I don't want her back. But I can't help but blame myself. We'll soon be divorced, And I'm stuck in a lousy bed sit? What's a bed
What
sit?
in the world is that?
Asking myself, what went wrong?
Oh.
I think you know what went wrong.
Doug, what's a bed
I'm
sit?
going to look it up now.
I think just...
SIT? Bed
Like
sit?
a hostel? Is he in a youth hostel?
No, I think he's...
A bed sit or
He's
bed
sad.
sitting room is a form of accommodation common in some parts of the United Kingdom, which consists of a single room per occupant, with all occupants typically sharing a bathroom.
Oh, no. That's
Bed
what Chevy
sits-
Chase and Beverly D'Angelo were in European Vacation.
If bed sits are included in a legal category of dwellings referred to as multiple occupation dwellings. He's in a beds,
Yeah, like a Section 8.
like a really small hotel room where you have to share a bathroom.
Like a youth hostel.
Yeah.
Well, Deidre's going to get him through this, and that's the good news.
Get him to Tavistock.
Get him out of the bed sit.
Threesomes often do lead to some unexpected consequences. Yours put paid to your marriage. What the hell's that mean?
Put paid to your marriage.
Jackson, what does that mean?
God, we have to look at
Say that again.
Say it one more
Aren't
time.
there any American articles we could read?
No.
Yours put paid to your marriage.
Put
Yours
paid.
put paid.
Never heard that
I don't know.
phrase.
I really don't.
Put
Put paid
paid.
to end or destroy.
Bring something to an
Really?
end, to a natural or appropriate stopping point.
So,
Final payment,
Why'd
put
you say
paid
to
to his
end?
debt obligations.
Well, because Deidre's a wordsmith. Sally Land, I apologize. But was it as happy as you remember? If your wife was feeling neglected, that mad night will have made her feel cheap. At the moment, you feel as if you've lost everything, but you can still be an involved and caring dad and in time build up to having a new home and loving relationship. Your children will be distressed and bewildered by what's happening. Some couples can make threesomes work, but it's vital to discuss boundaries and to have a well-established sense of trust first. My support pack, Moving On, should help you.
Moving on to the bed sit.
Move on out of there, buddy. You got screwed. Move on. I'm surprised you got to live in a hovel. I mean, he bragged about the nice cars and the big house, and you went from that to a hovel?
What's the divorce law in the UK?
I don't know. I don't know any divorcees in England. Well,
Wouldn't
my
that be
friends
the-
are happily married.
Wouldn't that be the big risk with any swinging type situation, that you're going to fall in love with someone else?
I've been there, I've done it, and I don't think but again, here's the issue with me. I'm a deviant. I'm a godless pervert, worshiping at the altar of the threesome. And therefore it's like, oh, I was just inside of you. We have no connection. and then we just move on. And I'm just so comfortable with that. I recognize I might be in the minority. I said that because when Learn was on the podcast, and she said, and what was the title of that podcast, Jackson?
All Women Are Bisexual, a very special podcast with Learn.
By Curious.
Very special.
By Curious.
It's very special.
Very special.
I'm going to say very special.
Well, I could see if it was a one or two time deal, but I think if you did it often enough, at some point you might really kind of fall for somebody in a serious way.
In my experience, though, it's always the woman who ends up feeling neglected. It's usually the dude who enjoys it and starts fooling around with other women because he enjoyed the strange so much. It's always usually the guy. It's not the woman that says, I'm leaving you because I love this other guy that we had sex with. Because it's usually the guy that talks the woman into doing it.
Yeah, probably so.
Is it hard to have a threesome with your wife and buddy and or your neighbor? I'm not sure I could finish looking at my buddy thrusting into my wife. Doug, that's from the Orson Woods Wacko, and thrusting is such a vivid verb.
Harsh word.
That's a good point.
Harsh.
That's why most guys have trouble doing it.
Huh?
Well, because they see, usually a threesome is, there's not a lot of threesomes. There's a lot of foursomes.
What?
Really? You think there are more foursomes than threesomes?
I think so.
Are you saying producer Joe was right when he said it's the more popular MMF?
No, it's more popular is the MMFF.
I bet among singles,
think so.
among singles, the threesome would be more popular, and among married people, probably the foursome.
I'd agree with that. Okay, I'll agree with
that's
that.
what I'm talking about, couples. Now, if it's a couple looking for somebody else, it's usually another woman. There aren't many swingers that want another guy in the bed.
Unless
it's
you.
It's usually another girl, because Learn is right, bisexual.
She said by
So even if they're not lesbians, they would rather do a threesome with another woman. And the guy's all for that. But usually if it's couples, it's usually another couple. And it's not so much swapping. It's that they enjoy having sex with their own mate next to the other couple having sex. There's like
Really?
having sex
That's
next
the
to
kink?
each other. Yeah. It's not, you take my wife, I'm going to take your wife. Because a lot of the times, unless they're very gorgeous couples, there's always going to be kind of a dog in the group. And the woman doesn't want that.
No.
You know, okay, yeah, but I'm not sleeping with that guy.
Jackson, in your peers, I would imagine you know of someone who's had a threesome, correct?
Yeah.
But do you know anyone who's had a foursome?
Foursome. No.
It would be another couple. It wouldn't be two strangers you pick up and say, hey, I'm going to pick you and you to join us. It's usually another couple.
Not that I'm aware of.
The threesome prevalent in the 20s, the foursome prevalent in the 30s, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak for the 20s, but that certainly happens.
What age in 2023, what decade of age, i.e. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, do you think has the most threesomes, foursomes, or more?
Like 20s.
Think 20s?
Yeah.
I'd say 50s.
I don't. Yeah, I agree with Plowhawk. I think it'd be another one. I don't know which one I would pick, but I would short the 20s.
I'd say 20s. You're partying more. You're drunk more. Yeah.
No,
you're
last
out and about.
dish effort to save the relationship. It's got to be in the mid to late 40s, early 50s.
Ooh, I'm in my prime time, Doug.
I think people in their 40s and 50s have kids, and they don't want to ruin that. And
I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock. My foursome's going to need to take place right around 3.
Are you talking about just random people or people in a lifestyle? Because in Jackson's age group, it's just we got drunk. Oh man, we got another girl tonight. You know, they're not in the lifestyle. It's not that they're practicing this. It just happens.
It's kind of a free for all.
But in your 50s, you're in the lifestyle, and it's happening all the time. So
Might be more organized in your 50s, but prevalent. I'll still stick with 20s.
I think you're wrong.
I really don't. I don't think. I don't think you're right
too.
Because there's not many people in the 20s that are practicing that lifestyle of swinging, whereas the 50s, you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, that's my thought process. I don't know if it's 50s is the right one, although that might be it. I think the 20s are like one-offs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But do you have to be married for it to be swinging?
No, you have to be a couple.
Pick one
Like
of
I could,
us.
if I want to go to a swingers party, I could just, if I knew a girl that likes swapping, hey, I got a chance to go to this swingers party, you're coming as my plus one. Then I could go because I got another girl with me. But for the most part, it's either couples or married.
Would you ever offer up your services to couples looking for a gentleman to join them?
Yeah, but Jackson offered his up on 101. Why don't you offer yours up here on TMA?
I already have.
You have offered yourself. How'd you do that?
I haven't offered myself. I mean, it happened at Hito with threesomes.
But I mean,
how many
now.
times I got to tell that story?
I mean, right now.
Well, I don't know if it came about.
Like maybe go on Facebook or Instagram
Yeah,
and
just
say,
put it up.
here
Like,
I
I'll
am,
tell you right
ladies.
now,
You're looking for
and she's a friend of the show, and I'll mention it, and she's said it on the show that she's into that lifestyle, is,
Get him, Tiger.
I really don't know where you're going with this.
my friend that owns Liquid Lace. Her and her boyfriend are into the
Why, of course,
lifestyle.
Doug. The one that Jennings loved? Who?
No, that was Jewel.
Jewel, that's right.
No, Charisse.
Ah, that's right.
And I would,
Charisse DeVille?
I would love to be.
Charisse
I would
DeVille.
love to participate with them.
Well, where does that stand?
Well, I've never pursued it.
And you offered yourself to the swingers that came in here last week.
Well, yeah, I said I'd sit in the corner and watch you berate me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't participate with them.
But most are going to want you to
It'd be on-
participate
it'd be on
in
film.
a big way.
It'd be on film. I'm not going to do it on
No,
film.
I just wanted to say hi. That's all. That's it.
No, I mean,
just check in. Good. See ya.
And I'm not outing her because she
How
said,
threesomes
I think
work.
she said last time she was at
Come
one
and say
of our
hi.
remotes for her foot fetish, she said that her and her boyfriend in the lifestyle, and I think I said something there. I said, well, call me if you need anything.
And what'd she say?
I think I was kidding.
She didn't call.
But if she would, if they would reach out and say, hey, you want to come over? Yeah. Because I think they're both very attractive, and I know her. She's a sweet person.
Well, they're like
I think
30
it'd be
years
fun.
younger than you, too, right?
Well, yeah, they don't want a 90-year-old man in there.
How awesome would it be to be playing and hear what people watch out there?
And I don't have any
That'd be awesome.
actual knowledge of this, but like with people, you know, with couples especially, if you have one kid, two kid, three kids, I don't know if it matters. 18 plus years is invested in those kids. You know,
Plowhawk, even though you're not in it, you are speaking the truth.
So those
It
kids
is
go off to
so-
college, and you're
Well, yeah,
bored,
yeah.
or,
So I
know?
suppose if you are a couple who had children when you're younger, then you get to your maybe 40s or 50s, and you're freed up. I guess it's time to try anal with a new gentleman.
Well, sometimes couples don't hang out to be couple because you're involved in sports and school with your kids. I mean, it's functions. You're hanging out with their kids' friends' parents. Like, that's how. And once they go off to college and have their lives in place elsewhere, you got an empty house with two people who haven't really spent a lot of alone time together. So they bring another couple in there and bang it out. See if that works.
It
Well,
sounds
that would
like
make
a
any
porn
sense.
movie.
Doug, I
They
made that
spend-
up, but it sounds believable,
Yeah.
right? Like, I had you
Well, if they haven't
kind of
spent a lot of alone time together, then why would they want another couple when they want to spend some alone time together?
No, maybe they just realized after 18 some odd years, you know, it's not clicking as once what it was because it's so.
Doug, watch this. Seasons change.
Oh, I see what you did. Yeah.
People change. Was that expose? 19.
Gosh, I don't know the year.
I'm going to say 88. I'm worried because I think 90's live, but I'm going to say 88 to get me 89 and 87.
87.
God, could you imagine if I would have said 89?
Yeah, we'd all been disappointed.
We would have probably had to end the show and then call McGraw and say, hey, man, you won.
Then we'll call McGraw again. Mr. Smith is engaged, as are many of our swinging members of the show. Swinging is hot. Swinging's a high. I'll take a taste of that sweet, sweet pie. There are so many over 40 who swing in this town, and there's more coming on board every day. It's a great time to be a swinger. That's from Mr. Smith. It's funny, a lot of Mizzou fans say it's a great time to be a Tiger.
Yeah.
Mr. Smith says it's a great time to be a swinger.
Swinger.
And
Now,
a lot-
that's always, it's all married people doing it with permission. That's not just people cheating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, swingers don't cheat.
Really?
You can't just go out on your own and have sex. That's a no-no.
But what happened here in this Dear Deidre, which of course, Doug, as you know, is nonfiction.
Yeah.
This gentleman had a nice little threesome with his best mate, and then 3 months later, he's in a bed sit, and now his wife is not only banging the best mate, banging passersby.
Well, they weren't swingers. He said we got into the discussion of threesomes and we tried it a couple times. You're not a swinger. You just dabbled in something that.
What makes you a swinger? Is there some ID card?
Yeah, we need a definition.
That's your lifestyle. You're looking for other couples. You belong to groups. You go to clubs. This guy wasn't looking for anything. It's just mates stood over. They were a little inebriated and decided to do it. That's just, trying it and dabbling in it.
Yeah.
And she's not a swinger either. Now she's a cheater. She's not doing it with other couples. She's doing it with the dude that she had in the threesome. You know, I had a friend of mine that had a threesome with a married couple. And then the husband went out of town.
Then what happened?
And she called him.
Doug.
And came over. And they had sex without telling the husband. Well, she felt
That's
really,
cheating.
Yeah, she felt really guilty. And these two are, the husband and wife are swingers. But she invited him over while he was out of town and they had sex. And she felt really guilty. She told her husband when he got home. And he was upset. Never talked to that guy again.
Doug Michael Wellington wants to discuss it. He could be a bull.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Michael Wellington with us this morning here on TMA.
Hello, Bull Wellington.
Good morning, gentlemen. How is everybody?
Well, we're wonderful. What a show we're having. We're in the midst of radio wars with the Riz Show, the Fast Lane, and McGraw-Millhaven is declaring war on our show after our listeners soiled his presentation. So we got a lot going on. Plus, we've got Pissgate, and Ken Strode has been accused of being a culprit by the Riz Show.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Did I miss that?
Well, the TMA has been.
Yeah, I didn't hear my name brought up except for texters for this show.
KG in O-Town.
Yeah, well, who cares? Hey, you got to be making some cash. Timmy O'Neill's been playing well lately.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a second. Well, I want to start with, I have something to add to this swinger conversation. So,
if you could.
I'm in Virginia. I went out on a Hinge date on Tuesday night with this young lass, a 28-year-old lass who went to Auburn.
War Eagle.
Across the table from each other, opening pleasantries, and I tell her what I'm doing in town, and I tell her where we're playing the tournament, and her immediate response was, "Oh my God, there's all swingers at that club." And I said, "Well, how do you know that?" And she goes, Well, they have lasagna parties over there that are code for swinger parties.
At the country club.
Lasagna parties, Doug.
Yes.
At the country club?
I'm not going to name the club, but if you look at our schedule, you can deduce where we are.
Why don't you get that information to the Golf Channel during the broadcast?
Yeah, Brand will talk about it.
It'll help their membership.
Exactly. But apparently now, maybe I've heard this on your guys' show, but maybe I heard it somewhere else. In addition to these lasagna parties, as she called them, she also mentioned that there is an upside-down porcupine that people put on their front porches.
Porcupine?
That was a pineapple.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Yes.
porcupine. The hell?
Yeah. Well, is it not a porcupine? Maybe I have the animal wrong. You put this animal.
Pineapple. We thought it was a pineapple.
That's it. It's a pineapple. I'm sorry.
Porcupine.
Sorry,
I mean, that's a
I
whole
thought
to
we
do.
were out of touch.
I mean, lift up the needles. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess the juice is worth the squeeze, but
But the code here in Virginia for the swinger gatherings is a lasagna party. Obviously, I figured that was pertinent information considering your subject matter as I called in. But my main reason for the call was, Iggy, when did you decide to start sitting when you urinate?
Yeah. Reasonable question.
Clip that off.
I have no clue. I couldn't give you a date.
Well, KG in O-Town says you don't.
Well, who cares what he says?
Oh.
He's in it for some reason. I don't know. He's just sitting in the back
Was it
conference
like
room.
after 35 years old? Was it after 45 years
Yeah, it was
old?
after 30. Yeah, probably my 50s. Just started getting lazy.
Certainly
What was
so.
that? Somebody drop
Yeah, I
a
know, I
button
heard-
from their blouse?
I know. I feel like I heard something bounce. I was looking around, Plowhawk. Nurse.
I mean,
Anybody see my nurse?
I don't know.
it's also confusing.
I don't know. So how did your date go with this girl in Virginia?
It was okay. It was, so I asked her, I said, why are you single? She said, well, I was engaged for 4 years until May, and then I broke it off because my ex-fiance didn't have enough sex with me.
Oh.
Wow.
That was your cue, right?
100%, Doug.
Normally, that's a fastball down the middle, right? Like, that's just Albert, over Big Mac land. But I must say that the rest of the evening, she was a little awkward. I mean, she was very well-breasted, yet...
You like that, Doug?
Sounds like a turkey.
But I don't know. She was kind of, she worked in IT. She was a little stiff. I kind of felt like, now there was a very minor, PG-rated scene in the parking lot after the meal. I gave her some tickets to the tournament, but I didn't follow up with her. I just wasn't feeling it, to be honest with you, Doug.
Yeah.
On a 1 to 10 St. Louis scale, where would you put her? Michael's a harsh grader, too, Doug. You know that when you go into his class.
I'd give her a 7, and if she wasn't well-breasted, we're talking like 5.5.
Okay, I respect that.
Now, these women are okay going on dates knowing that you're only going to be in town for a couple of days?
Well, Doug, there's a strategy involved. I really don't tell them that until I get them in person.
I see. Okay.
Well, it is Hinge, so it's usually sex involved.
I feel like it goes better that way. When I tell them that ahead of time, then they really don't want to meet in person whatsoever.
Yeah.
Isn't Hinge the new, isn't their slogan the app that's made to be deleted? Because you're gonna actually fall in love and get married.
That's their motto.
Yeah, Hinge. What did you use?
I haven't seen that. I don't want to delete it. I think it's phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, but I think their point is it's not just a sex site. We have couples that get together on Hinge and end up getting married, so you delete the app. You're not going to need it anymore. So.
Well, certainly it's a more classy app than a Tinder. I think you'd understand that.
And which one did Cassie have you banned from? Bumble?
That was Bumble. Yes, I'm no longer allowed at Bumble.
Really?
Yeah, that's where we first heard the story about somebody getting blocked. And
Is that a veiled shot at KG in O-Town? I just don't follow it.
And then he stole that, too. And she blocked me.
And what do you have to pay for all these apps? Are they expensive?
I mean, they're free if you want to just keep them as their standard level of use, but then you can pay like an extra $10 or $15 a month to maybe get another
Actually,
level of it. I haven't really gone there yet.
Yeah, meet someone.
But it seems like if you do that, the girl, because they'll give you some options of pay like $8.99 for this 3-week stretch, and here's the girls. They try to sell it to you like the girls will be better looking, but I don't know. There's so many girls on the app. I just don't see any reason to pay any extra.
Huh. So you've really got it figured out here, haven't you?
Not at all. Not even close. I just thought it was funny that she brought up the lasagna party.
I had never heard that term.
Me neither. And she was adamant about it. She even told me during the conversation that, because I really pressed her when she told me that her ex-fiance wouldn't sleep with her enough.
Mm-hmm.
I was all over. I said, well, what did you do? How did you try to get him out of it? And she said, I even offered for him to hook up with another girl while I watch.
Wow.
Sounds like a good sport.
Yeah.
Gee, I couldn't agree more. That's...
He sounds like a dork.
Yeah, maybe so. But entertaining nonetheless. And then when I heard you guys this morning talking about this kind of thing, I figured I better call him. But I also wanted to call him for one other thing. I'd like to sponsor a table at St. Gabe's for the trivia night. I can't be there, but
November 11th, Doug.
Yeah, can Birdies for Bipolar sponsor a table at the trivia night? But then I was wondering, and maybe you guys can do something with this. Can you gather how many people are at the table?
8 people at a table, Michael. 8 people.
Can you guys pull people off the fan pin and put them together on a table, or maybe get a group to take the table? Because I unfortunately will not be in town.
Wow, what a gesture. I'm sure we could do that.
I should do it for the listeners. What? Who wants 8 people from the fan page at a time? Just give it away. And
a lot of the fan pinners are friends among themselves.
We'll give listeners a chance. Not everybody.
Well, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to give it to the fan page.
It's not my table. Do what he
No,
wants,
it's his page. He's sponsoring it.
But it's not all about the fan page. There's
But this is what the sponsor wants to do.
Thousands of listeners who aren't on the fan page.
How could you get mad with this? He's offering to buy a table.
We don't want your money.
Oh,
yeah, we do.
Can Mr. Licks bring a 3 and the Worsen Woods Wacko could bring
Oh,
a 3?
Bill. Bill. I don't know if those parties are all on the fan page, but wow, they could break bread, Doug. It'd be like, is that Geneva where Gorbachev and Reagan got together? Were they in Geneva?
Might have
is that
been.
Reykjavik?
They could sit on other sides of the table and scream at each other and say, well, there's the bipolar table.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Now, I know that the Warsenwood Wacko has no problem people knowing who he was, but Licks doesn't want anybody to know who he is. He won't go out in
I thought
public.
he hung out with Stephen Wildwood at his place on the day we...
That's one guy.
Salt and Smoke.
That's one guy. He won't meet the masses.
I thought he was there with other people.
Well, nobody would matter.
If you can't feel comfortable in a Catholic school gymnasium, where can you feel comfortable?
Amen.
Yeah.
The 80s and 90s were kind of touch and go at times, but yes.
Well, the guy who lies about everything he does on here, they're going to show up and they're going to know he's not rich.
How would you know?
Well,
Just
he
walks in the room.
We need to assign you to get the table together.
Yeah, it sounds like you want this.
No, you do what you want. It's your table. I'm just saying there's more people who would probably take you up on it, would like to do that and be at the Birdies for Bipolar table that aren't on the fan page. But you're limited to, they have no shot if you're not on the fan page.
Well, there's like 7,000 people on there, right? You only need 8.
Yeah, and there's like 50,000 people listening to the show that aren't on the fan page.
But this is a specific table he's trying to set up.
I said it's not my call. I'm just...
No, it isn't. It's his.
I'm a social media misfit, so I need help to gather this group together. And Iggy, I feel like you're kind of an expert.
No, I
agree with that.
I want no part of it.
Where are you going to be, Michael? You already going to California or Florida?
Well, if he plays well, we'll have to go to Phoenix. If he doesn't, I'll be in Florida.
You're already starting that. You want to talk about who I'm jealous of? It's this guy right here.
Yeah.
What?
Isn't it cold there already?
Yes.
Oh, it's been beautiful. It's been like in the
fine,
70s.
But it's, something wicked this way comes, and you know it. November, Doug. What are you going to do? Michael's going to be down in Jupetown, where Hinge is quite a scene. Divorcee season. And he's going to be banging them 2 at a time. I'll just tell you exactly what's going to happen. And he's going to be warm.
They call it Hinge Town?
Jupetown. Hinge season. Banging them 2 at a time.
Oh.
That's what Michael's going to be doing.
Where does he have to be in the is it Charles Schwab Cup Finals?
Yeah, 36th or better. Right now we're 40, I think. 40 or 41, somewhere in there. We got to play good this week in the we do have a tournament down in West Palm, just south in Boca, in 2 weeks. So we got to play good these next two events.
And he's safe for next year, right?
Unless there's a train wreck, yeah, he should be. He'll be okay. He won't get as many. If it ended right now, he would get 17 events last year. He had 23 this year.
All right. I thought if you finish in the top 56, you're automatically. See, I don't know how that works because you got guys that are 50 that come out, like Steve Stricker when he's 50. You have a guy that may say, "Yeah, I made it. I'm exempt," and then Steve Stricker comes in, he goes right onto the tour, and somebody's got to get kicked out.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, your detail of the criteria is correct. So yeah, from what I understand, 56 and below is not bad, but the closer you can be to that 36 or inside the 36, you're just gonna get more events. But yeah, that's another factor. How many guys are turning 50 next year? How many guys are actually going to play? A lot of these guys that turn 50, they don't even think about playing. They just kind of ride off into the sunset. But some guys do. We just had Boo Weekly come out, and so we'll see who comes out next year. But yeah, if he plays well, hopefully we'll get inside that 36. But these guys are so good, man. He's capable of doing it, but I don't think you need to set any expectations, good or bad.
What did Freddie shoot last week? 62?
I don't know what Freddie shot last week.
Freddie hadn't played in a long time, Iggs. Where you at with that?
I thought I saw where he shot a 62 in the final round.
Didn't you caddy and he was in your pairing a couple months ago?
A couple months ago, yeah, Iggy, that was a year ago. He shot 60 in the final round, literally a year ago.
I just saw it on the Golf Channel yesterday, so I don't know what they're doing. A year ago today, I guess, was the thing. I just saw where...
It was last year's tournament in Raleigh, which we were in last week. That's where we were last week.
Time flies when you have to sit to pee.
I don't follow the Champions Tours as much as I should.
Michael, recovering alcoholic allows us to spend time with his wife. You have a new friend here, Shrimply Pibbles, who sends in pictures of his wife quite often. And if this is really her, I would tell you she would meet your standards. Says, I will bring my wife to the trivia table and let Michael do things to her. That's from Shrimply Pibbles.
Wow, what an offer.
Michael said he won't be there, so there's that.
Yeah, and one of the things I've always stayed away from is messing around with married women, even if it's allowed.
Iggy, that's a good pro tip, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not my mantra.
Doesn't do anybody any good.
Nobody wants a bullet to the back of the head.
Yeah, have you ever seen that movie Unfaithful, Doug?
Oh, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, Richard Gere kills that French guy with a snow globe.
Oh, maybe I missed it.
Because he was banging his wife?
Yeah, things like that happen.
I don't want that happening.
No.
Yeah, the old snow globe. Doug, is that Oliver Martinez?
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, and then he was married to Halle Berry. Am I right on that? Is my nursing? Has anybody seen?
Yeah, he was a lucky man.
Yeah,
3 years.
Dan in Phoenix says, Michael cannot have my wife, but then he just sent a picture of her in. He sent two girls in. And I think one's a young girl, a daughter. What are we doing here?
Dan in Phoenix is on hold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, lots going on this show today, isn't it, Doug?
Yeah, who did he say was on hold?
Dan in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait for the inside.
Fellas, I hate to run on you, but I do have to roll. But
okay, sorry to bother you. All right. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, sorry.
There he is.
All right.
Thank you, Michael.
Find out more about his wife.
Yep.
And
I'll
please
let you know.
Somebody let me know who I need to contact for the trivia night stuff.
All right. Iggy sounds like he's wearing the C on his sweater today. All right. Doug, Dan in Phoenix wants to offer up his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan.
Hey, no, that's not the message. That was the Pibbles guy that's offering the wife. Yeah,
there's somebody who texted in named Dan in Phoenix. Oh, Michael cannot have my wife.
Cannot. Big difference. Yeah, big difference.
Well, what are you offering us?
I could offer a barbecue, but we'd have to find a way to ship it warmed. I don't think they do that. You can ship frozen, but not warmed, and frozen barbecue isn't as good as.
You really are in Phoenix.
Doing this.
I am. Yeah, I'm driving to work right now, so that's why I'm calling in a little bit
What the hell are you
later.
doing in Phoenix and listening to this?
Well, I've said it before. If you remember when I called in a few.
Doug, why don't you remember all the calls?
I don't.
Yeah, I got out of St. Louis, so that's why.
Whoa! I don't like the way that you said that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's all right. It's not personal to this city. It's all right. It's okay.
Are you enjoying Phoenix more than your time in the gateway to the West?
A whole lot.
Whoa.
Yeah,
whoa,
in
whoa,
so
whoa.
many ways. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's there's a charcuterie board of topics I could speak to if you wanted to start.
Doug, where would you like him to start?
We can start with one and end with one, or do multiple. But like I thought about the city comparisons recently because from a real estate standpoint, I know Plowsy was talking about, how real estate's crazy and to get involved, and it is bananas out here, like bananas. For me to make a jump in my neighborhood up from like a 1,700 square foot house, it's going to be a minimum of $500,000 to $700,000 in debt.
We literally passed a double wide that was redone in Sedona because we stayed in an Airbnb a couple weeks ago and it was for sale. I looked up the address and it was $980,000.
Oh my! A double wide trailer.
It was like people know what I'm talking about. It looked like a double wide trailer that was like advanced. Certainly kind of had
like a ranch house.
Maybe a
very similar to a ranch,
home?
but it looked like a manufacturer. It was almost $1 million and it had 1,300 square feet.
Peggy's husband has this message for you, Dan in Phoenix. Enjoy melting in the D-bag capital of the world, ass bag. That's from Peggy's husband. He's not a fan of your move to Phoenix.
That's fine with me, Peggy's husband. It'd be good to know the backstory because I meet tremendously more enjoyable and fine, gentle, kind people opposed to St. Louis, where you very quickly get put in a bucket of where you graduated from high school, you prick.
Oh, gosh! Doug! How did it feel to be called an ass bag on radio?
It clearly went over well. I try to stay composed, but when pushed, I respond.
I see.
Well, we're turning into Toledo, so that's probably why people are on edge.
Yeah.
Who's
yeah,
Peggy?
a big difference between the cities too. So there's so many people that move here that you just get a natural social circle very quickly. Yeah. So it's a great place to live.
You a swinger,
the
bro?
property is crazy.
You do a lot of swinging down there?
I've heard there's swinging in my neighborhood.
Is that right?
We do have I've heard about. That's true.
Lasagna parties?
I haven't been a part of that. I have a young family, so not really been a part of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is this Tucker?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for calling there, bud.
You just cut him off?
He's gone. I got enough.
I liked him.
You just cut his mic.
I liked him, but I think I may have saved him an evisceration on the text line.
Oh, that ship's already well.
I like the guy. I like the Phoenix area.
5 minutes ago.
I liked him. I just hang up for the sake that I think I want him to call in again, and I think that any longer.
It was a pretty weak call.
It's just kind of how you doing? How you doing, everybody? That kind of call.
Pretty weak.
I knew
we learned
immediately
nothing
that it
except
wasn't
for
him.
how much it costs to upgrade a couple hundred square feet.
Oh my God! This guy needs to find the nearest scorpion nest and stick his tiny pee-pee in it. Go die, you Arizona simp!
Gosh.
That's from Shrimply Pibbles.
Ugh.
Is this the guy who got cucked by an owl a few years ago?
An owl?
Cucked by an owl.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's from the Hunchback of Castle. Have fun in your $1 million real estate with no running water in 5 years. That's from the local agronomist. 100% chance that guy has a skeleton that he eats dinner with and calls mother.
Oh.
That's from Arbor Day. Worst caller of the year candidate for the year-end awards. That's from Scissor Me Timbers. There is no way that 7-Eleven that this guy works at is that far from his house. Drop him. That's from Herb's a Hug.
Lousy must have read that one, right?
Went over well.
Phoenix is the fastest of Los Angeles. That's from Peggy's husband. Is that true? Phoenix is the fastest?
I don't think so. If you were to poll all St. Louisans on whether they'd rather live in St. Louis or Phoenix, what percentage would say, yeah, sure, I'd rather live in Phoenix?
70.
70%?
Over St. Louis?
Yeah.
And if depends on how you phrase the question. If you take out, you're not leaving your family, your friends, whatever. But if you had your druthers, Phoenix or St. Louis.
But that's what it takes to move.
Well,
you
and
have
it
to
wouldn't be
leave what's
it wouldn't be
familiar.
70. There's not a lot of people are going to leave uproot their family to go to Phoenix.
I'd leave tomorrow.
You'd leave your family tomorrow?
Yep. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. I'll come visit. They'll come visit.
Huh. So you'd leave us, too?
I work remote from my
Phoenix
shanty.
Phoenix would be nice in the winter and the spring and the fall, but the summers are brutal.
Yeah, I think they would be, too.
You can hardly breathe here in the summer for like 3 months.
Well, for a couple weeks. We get a couple weeks of really awful summer, and then it's usually pretty nice. There, I mean, you're talking 115 degrees or more sometimes.
And that's BS, that dry heat. That's nothing dry about it.
But it is great when in the fall,
Fall time is
winter,
here.
spring, it's great.
Dan in Phoenix is texting in now. Come on out, Plowsy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love the area. It's more so my style than Madison's. I can handle... She doesn't like the landscape as much. It's much
desert.
more rock, desert, very few plant and bushes.
Scorpions, rattlers.
I didn't see the lack of water, though. And I know it's a thing, but...
How about this? Worse than Woods
Everyone
Wacko says, fun fact, I left Scottsdale to move to St. Louis. How about that?
Man, that is... God, it's so depressing.
What a development.
Yeah, not many people come in that direction.
I have never, and I mean never, seen more beautiful women in a concentrated area than Scottsdale. Now, it was a number of years ago, whether that be, and I'm talking about in the United States, whether Miami, Dallas, Los Angeles, New York, Landing, never more beautiful than Scottsdale.
It's because it's a wealthy area?
That's what it is, you think?
Sure. You're going to see more
But
beautiful.
like in Palm Beach, which is the wealthiest area, it's also blown out with the collagen and fillers. It's like you're looking like an alien composite.
Well, as they get older, probably.
Not anymore. Jackson talks about his peers getting that crap shot into them in their 20s now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
It's a mess.
Younger than me.
I'll tell you where I saw so many beautiful women, and I won't say it's more beautiful women than anywhere in the country or in the world. Cuba. I mean, I saw so many beautiful women in Havana. It was amazing to me. You would think it'd be just the opposite. Not a lot of money down there, or can't take care of themselves, don't exercise. God, just beautiful.
So why'd you leave?
Especially on the beach. Well, I was only there visiting.
Oh.
Move to Arizona, Plowsy. You two cupcakes can rollerblade to the dog park together. It's from Jimmy Buffett's Cute Feet.
Okay, don't shame me into staying in what is now the new Rust Belt.
Oh.
When I mean rust, I mean...
With a garden spot of the Great
rusty
Plains.
balconies on the abandoned buildings that are downtown. I love the city. But they need to do better.
I think almost every city you go to, there's a place in that city where you don't want to go.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna poo-poo St. Louis because they got a terrible downtown that people get shot and killed every night.
That was such a subtle. Please never
quite
come
that
here.
bad. Not quite that
Did
bad.
they say that on the infomercial?
The rest
when you
of the
see them?
city, but the rest of the
Visit
city,
Missouri.
The rest of the city, Maryland Heights is safe. Chesterfield out there, Wildwood, Wentzville, down on the Loop. Well, Loop kind of iffy.
It's a bad library, Doug.
But
they're going to want to make it good. Make good.
But there's a lot of cities all around the country that I don't want to live there. There's this city there. Detroit's terrible. There's always every state has a city you don't want to be in.
Yeah.
Take that, Detroit.
Right.
Never have I seen more beautiful women than since I moved to Tampa. Soho on a Friday, Saturday night is insane. Is there a Soho in Tampa? I haven't done a lot of tamping. I think of Soho. I think of New York City.
I don't know.
That's Josh Bob Bill, and he shares a building with Keisha Gray. Send your emails in Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Comes your way in about 10 minutes, about 25 minutes. We're doing a Thoroughfare Thursday on Balloon Party. Now, some people say that means we don't have anything. I've heard that criticism, and I reject it.
I think it's fair.
It's exactly right.
The traffic's heavy in the Thoroughfare.
That's right. Thank you very much, Iggy. You like the hoodies the Plowhawk and I are wearing? Some people like, what is it? SPLT. Some people like things. And then on the back, take a look at my back and figure out where we're going to shoot your shot. And then it says some people don't like other things. Brand new T-shirts and hoodies available at TMASTLshop.com. TMASTL.com. And you get 10% off when you check out. We'll close out the 8 o'clock hour at 9:34. This is TMA from the Global Studios. Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with a great TMA sponsor, and that is Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. And you may hear a bunch of out-of-state law firms advertising here and there all over on billboards and so on and so forth. But the thing is, oftentimes their goal is to just settle and move on, and that's not what you guys do.
Yeah, this is CD Longo, and you hear us talking a lot about maximizing the value of cases, but what does that actually mean? Well, as Tim said, there's lots of personal injury lawyers in St. Louis, and everyone handles cases differently. We focus on getting the highest dollar amount for your injuries, not just getting a resolution quickly. We're constantly tracking all the settlements and verdicts in the area. This helps us advise our clients on whether a settlement offer is too low. And if the amount of compensation being offered is too low, we are happy to file lawsuits and proceed to trial to ensure our clients receive an amount that is fair. Visit our website or Google us at Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Urban Dictionary defines thirsty as purposely, knowingly, and recklessly attempting to gain fame to boost self-esteem. So, are you thirsty? Well, TMA has you covered. Become a part of the 2023 TMA Listener of the Month Club. You nominate yourself for a monthly award. And if you win, you get recognition and stuff to help you satisfy that insatiable thirst. We're talking January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, etc. Go to TMASTL.com or the TMA app. Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information. Tell us why you deserve to be TMA Listener of the Month. And if you don't want to use your real name or photo, we don't really care. The TMA Listener of the Month. Get recognized just for being you, or fake you, or whatever. Quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila with Milagro in the morning after on KPNT HD2.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
TMA presents their second ever trivia night, November 11th at Tim's alma mater, St. Gabe's, starting at 7:30 p.m. A little different than last year. Not just TMA trivia, all trivia, sports, entertainment, STL-centric, and a few rounds of TMA trivia thrown in for good measure. And it's hosted by Tim, Doug, Iggy, Plowsy, Action Jackson, and whoever else is on the show. You can purchase single tickets, tables of 8, or anything in between. Tickets are on sale now and are $45 a person. A portion of the proceeds from the event will go to St. Gabe's. Tickets include food from Salt and Smoke and all your Anheuser-Busch beer. But feel free to bring your own food and drink too. Another TMA Trivia Night, November 11th. Get more info and find out how to buy tickets at TMASTL.com.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
If you're sick of having slow internet that doesn't reach every nook and cranny of your house, I'm here to introduce Whisper, the rural internet provider with no hidden fees, no contracts, and high speeds, all for a low cost. Whisper offers first-class customer service that'll help you set up and answer any questions along the way. And Whisper is offering free installation now till the end of October. Call Whisper at 800-765-7772 to learn more and use promo code TMA to get free installation. That's 800-765-7772 with promo code TMA.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Teen Wolf.
This is right after Scott Howard hits the winning shot. Spoiler, by the way.
I heard those were great basketball scenes.
Oh.
It showed the athleticism of the players.
So good. They allowed, was his name Mick McCarthy? To stand under the basket while Scott Howard shot the free throws to win the game.
Standing right under the hoop?
Yeah. Wasn't that weird?
That's a lane violation.
That's a lane violation, isn't it?
But that didn't come around until 95.
Oh, and this was shot in 85.
You don't see a whole lot of sports movies end with a lane violation. Shot doesn't count. Lane violation. Roll the end credits.
Emotional 2.5-hour movie with that being the end. Yeah, it'd be fun.
It'd be kind of an interesting end. I wouldn't mind it. Something unpredictable. You know, you don't want predictable endings. Usually they always hit the winning shot at the buzzer. You see the crowd go wild. The guy at home watching on TV goes wild. The guy in the hospital's thrilled. He's going crazy.
Right.
Back to the court. He's being carried off on the shoulders. That's how basketball movies end. It's
Jimmy
not,
Chitwood.
It's not, sorry, lane violation. The basket is no
and
good.
And the credits roll.
You lose. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
You want to put that movie together?
Okay.
Or do you want to play golf rival today?
Probably golf rival.
You don't want to get your bat wing, bro?
Boy, this Dan in Phoenix has people upset.
People.
He was just checking in to say hi, I think.
If you're in Tampa and you say Soho, you're an effing douchebag. That's from banned fan page user Burner.
Okay. Why would that be a bad thing to say that? Is that Soho? Is that a restaurant or a neighborhood or what?
Well, in New York City, it's south of Houston Street. But I've never heard it used in Tampa. But again, I haven't done a lot of Tampaing.
No.
Looks like South Howard Avenue. That's from my research.
South
But if
Howard.
you say Soho, you're an effing douchebag?
I don't know.
The banned fan page user Burner?
I can text my buddies in Tampa.
Who's that, Herb?
No.
Greg?
Greg Vaughn.
I don't think I have a nickname for anything.
Yeah, he would know. Greg Vaughn.
Keisha Gray.
Doug, does he summer in Soho?
He summers in Tampa.
Phoenix has no character, and I hope this guy chokes to death while watching his wife cuck the hell out of him. That's in the Shrewsbury seat sniffer.
Gosh, people are not happy that our town has been besmirched.
Yeah, but St. Louis in comparison, there is no comparison. Can we stop? It may not be aesthetically pleasing, but it's certainly better than St. Louis. Sorry to say it.
One thing about St. Louis, it is kind of easy to live here, and that it's easy to get around. The weather isn't horrendous. I mean, you get a winter, but it's not Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Dakotas. It's northern New York. It's not that kind of winter. We don't get the hurricanes. It's fairly economical to live here compared to the big cities. Kind of right in the middle.
What city has a less cost of living than the top 25 markets in St. Louis? You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Can't
Probably
imagine.
isn't one. And people are generally friendly, I think.
I don't want to poo-poo on one city, but God, how could anybody want to live in Buffalo?
Buffalo takes a shot. But Buffalo's not a top 25 market.
Because you like Niagara Falls.
Who cares? There's a fountain out here.
You like Gabe Davis?
I like Gabe Davis. Raleigh-Durham might be about the same.
Was that top 25 market?
One ahead of us. They're 23.
Oh, boy.
St. Louis has dropped to 24.
Oh, my God.
Brian
we're not going to be top 30 within 10 years.
Brian Henson and Indianapolis have moved to 25.
Normally, for years, our population in the region didn't change. People just moved from the city out west for the most part. But in the last census, the population actually went down a little bit in our region.
But the number of the best fans went up.
Yeah, fan besting went up.
Kansas City has more people than St. Louis, doesn't it?
No, Kansas City is a smaller market.
Smaller market.
For now.
More upside, though.
Kansas City has more space.
I thought they had a bigger population than us.
Well, if you talk about city limits.
City limits, that might be the case.
Yeah.
The metropolitan area is 3.2 million people. We got breaking news. It just came across my desk. We might need Randy Character to do some extra time. Josh Bob Bill has just sent in a screenshot of Brianna Coppage on the Twitter tweets. Iggy, do you have her number?
Yeah.
We need you to reach out, and I mean now.
We have time?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's she done?
She has just tweeted, something exciting coming next week. I'm headed to Los Angeles.
Oh.
Doug.
Vixen.
Is she the next Tushy girl?
What would that mean exactly?
Millions of dollars.
She got handed a million. She about to get trained.
To do what does she have to do as a Tushy girl?
Do you think she'll break the news on her show?
I can see it.
Yeah,
this could be a huge moment for you. You might be right back to McGraw.
I'm overqualified. It really make me overqualified if I get her on the air real quick.
Yeah.
I really want to know.
What is it?
I have to tell you, I think, here's the thing. I realize, I guess it sounds like they have children, but the cat's out of the bag anyway, and at this point, you gotta make as much as you can. And it's like, I hate being a life advice guy when you don't know anything about the situation, because I know it would irritate the hell out of me, but yet here I am being a total hypocrite. But I'm like, okay, you've already been outed. It's going to last however long, maybe a year. Get your millions while you can.
Sounds like that's what she's doing.
And I think that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's heading to L.A. Does it say anything else? I don't follow her on Twitter. What is her name? Bree Coppage on the Twitter
I think it
tweets?
says she wants to do something with Lena the Plug. I saw that.
Jackson, you
What's that, Plug?
I saw one of the.
She's doing something with Lena the Plug?
She wanted
that
to.
podcast is huge.
She tweeted at. There was a screenshot.
Doug, you ever watch Lena the Plug?
No.
Real quick, Plowsy. Jackson, you still got her number I gave you? Mm-hmm. She said sure, so give her a call.
She's going to come on. Yeah. God bless America. This show, I mean, we have Radio Wars, we have Pissgate.
Right.
Doug, I mean, I think the thing needs to be expanded to 6 hours.
Well, when it comes to porn, Iggy's never going to fail.
God, you did it again.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that told her. I said, you need to jump on this. Vixen's calling. You need to jump on this.
Sherpa.
You need to take advantage of this now.
I'm sure she had no idea to do that.
Well, I pretty much set her mind at ease. I said,
sure.
So she's calling in to let us know what's doing?
She said sure, so I just told Jackson to call her.
God almighty, Doug. What can't this show do outside of get off AM or HD2?
Yeah.
I can't get back from our break on time.
Yeah, can't do that either.
No, they're much too short. And I usually talk. I was talking to Ryan on the way in, and we were chatting. I get kind of sidetracked. Ryan Gillickson. She's KSHE Point PR person.
Huh. There you go.
You weren't hitting on her?
No, she's a sweetheart. She is really... I'm so happy that she got the job because she's very good at what she does, and she's perfect for that job.
Okay. You knew her before she got here.
I hear somebody pissing, by the way. Guys, you should have Brianna talk to Lisa Ann before she gets there so she doesn't get taken advantage of. Dave, I would tell you, is right about that. We really should. Lisa Ann ran like an agency for a time. And Lisa Ann is sharp. All right, so she is on hold. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the program with breaking news. Iggy, you've done it again, sir.
Oh, she did it. She said yes.
The great Brianna, you had to ask. You had to put the puck on the net in order to score, brother. Brianna, good morning.
Good morning.
I am so excited to hear what the development is. We saw your tweet that you are heading to Los Angeles next week. What are you doing in Los Angeles?
Well, I haven't seen anything that I can't share. But I'm going to be on with Adam 22 and Lena the Plug.
Doug, that is a huge moment. That is a monster podcast. Jackson, tell the audience about Adam's podcast and their reach.
Lena the Plug and Adam 22. It's one of the bigger podcasts, certainly in this industry. And they are, Adam 22 has been interviewing top tier rappers for 10 years, and Lena the Plug is obviously very well known in the adult section. So they're married and they do a podcast together, and it's massively popular.
Yeah.
Do you have any other meetings set up while you're in Los Angeles?
Nice question, Iggy. You're having a huge 9 o'clock hour.
So right now, no. I am going to do a professional photo shoot while I'm out there. It kind of just all transpired yesterday, and I'm super excited. So,
any plans to become a Tushy girl?
We've been discussing it. It's still up, in the air. We haven't made a final decision if that's the route that I want to go. But yeah, the opportunity's there. We just kind of have to see where it takes us.
Doug, you ever think in your career you'd ask that question and then get a serious answer?
And I don't even know what it means. I don't even know what it means.
When you were studying journalism at Missouri.
No.
What it means, Doug, is there's a good chance you could become a millionaire overnight. That's what being a tushy girl means.
I think you might. Here's the thing, Brianna. I think you might know that you guys are millionaires now.
I cannot confirm that, but I mean, it's been, it's, I guess, close, I can say.
You know how many followers you've picked up since you came on our show?
Because when you were on with us, I guess that was 2 weeks ago, and then they wrote about it in the New York Post, you were at about 1,500. What is the number now?
Of subscribers?
Yes.
About 30,000.
Oh.
That's the power of TMA
Kingmakers.
right
My God.
Power of TMA.
You got to be effing kidding me. You're at 30,000 subscribers, and that 1,500, some of those are paying $10 a month, but then you upped it to $20 a month, and you're at 30,000 subscribers at $20 a month. Doug, are you going to be able to do the math? I can't do it.
Do we get like 20% of this?
I think we do get a cut. I do believe. 30,000. Is anybody doing the math on it?
That's 7.2 a year.
Oh, my God.
7.2 million a year?
Doug, it's time to show our
For
holes.
heaven's sakes.
30,000 times 20 times 12.
Now I want to become a tushy girl.
Clip that off. Oh, my God. So how do you feel about this? I mean, holy crap. A month ago, you were teaching and doing this on the side, and now you got this going.
Yeah, it's been crazy. There's been a lot of ups and downs, and like just trying to handle all the new pressure and just everything and business wise. And oh man, there's been a lot, but I'm really excited. So it's going well.
Thank you so much, St. Clair School District.
Yeah. Thanks to that holier than thou troll on social media, you just made me $7 million. Piss off. Let me ask you this, because I felt like you were kind of deciding whether or not to pursue it. You know, you and your husband were talking, because I gather you guys have a family, and then your parents, siblings, whomever, his parents, siblings, I don't know what the situation was, but you were debating whether or not to go all out with this, take advantage of being reached out to by these bigger companies that could put you on the map, or step back. It sounds like you are going to go all out if you are appearing on that podcast, because that has a huge following. I mean, if you're at 30,000 subscribers now, you might be at 60,000 by the time you're done with that show. Might be more.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
14 million a year.
I mean, yeah, we're definitely, we're not really backing down. We're just trying to, weigh the, pros and cons of every opportunity that comes our way. And I'm super excited. I've been to California, but I've never been to LA, so that'll be fun.
Now, here's one of the things, and Doug, I know you've watched a lot of Lena the Plug's podcasts, so you know this, but maybe the rest of our audience doesn't. What happens on that program is they do a little interview, which is what we do on the Tim McKernan Show podcast, at least we used to. Yeah. But unlike the end of the Tim McKernan Show podcast, where I'd say, thank you for joining me, Adam then bangs his guest.
No, he doesn't. Is that what's going to happen to you?
Well, I have the opportunity to be with both of them.
Oh, you've already done it?
And him. No, like that's what will happen, like her and him and me.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
I'd just like to salute the United States of America and our founding fathers. That this is possible in this country.
Mm-hmm. I bet that article in the New York Post helped, too, to reach all the New Yorkers.
Well, that was clips from our show, too.
Yeah.
Doug, we did it again.
I mean, I've seen things everywhere. There's articles in the UK and Canada. I don't know. It's honestly been international news. It's crazy.
Almighty. So I mean, you and your husband had to have a discussion, like, how are we going to handle this? Are we going to go all out? Or are we just going to kind of go retreat? And how did you arrive at this conclusion? Because clearly you chose the former, which, for the record, I think is the right move. Of course, what the hell do I know? But how did you guys arrive there?
Yeah, I mean, there was really only those two options, and it's like, okay, we can take it all down and hide from this, and then it was all for nothing. I lose my job. I don't even know. He actually got fired. I don't know if I told you guys about that.
No, your husband got fired?
Yeah.
The hell did he get fired for?
He was approached by his boss, and they just said that they felt that he couldn't be focused while working on power lines with all this going on.
Huh. Why would he want to work on power lines if you're making $7.2 million a year?
I mean, Doug, you'd keep doing the show.
Absolutely, I would. Yeah.
Thank you. But in this case, the power lines.
He got a standing ovation from his.
Yeah, when he walked in, he got a standing ovation. Then he got whacked.
Right, exactly.
He probably doesn't care.
No, probably got a nice severance package to go with all the money he's making now.
Now, Lisa Ann is somebody that.
Yeah, you've watched when Lisa Ann's on with us, right, Brianna?
I don't know if I've seen that.
Are you? I assume you're familiar with her.
Yeah.
Okay, for real, she ran an agency, and I'm dead serious. I doesn't have to be me who connects you. I don't need to be like getting your number or anything like that. I guess somebody on the show has to have it. But I mean, for real, it might be in your best interest to connect with her. I mean, she's kind of like in the Jenna Jameson category in the game, except she's a very smart businesswoman. It's up to hell. I don't care. You guys do what you got to do. It's not my business. But I really don't want to see anybody. I mean, you guys are kind of flying blind going out to L.A., and now you're sitting in a position of ridiculous leverage. I mean, you might be in a spot here
I
where
can
you're
talk to Lisa Ann and see if she'll talk to you, and then I can just give you guys each number. But somebody Tim can take care of for you, who is another person I think she should talk to.
Yeah, I'm friends with Caden Cross. Yeah, Caden Cross might be. Yeah, Kate and Lisa Ann are two of the sharpest.
She's doing everything now. She's directing, has her own company, and winning awards left and right, and doing things that nobody else in the industry has ever done.
Caden and Lisa Ann are kind of cut from the same cloth with regards to business savvy. So, I mean, so what is the stage name again?
So
are you changing that?
To just go with my real name. Like, it's already out there.
Move. I think that's a great move.
My face and my real name is all around the world, so it's like, why would I continue to use the stage name?
So you're just going, so like if people search Brianna Coppage on OnlyFans, you pop up now?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. And somebody texted in, it's up to $45 a month?
So I have two pages. One is a PPV page where you have to pay for certain posts, and then I have a no paid page where you get access to everything, and that one is the $45 one.
And how many followers you got on that one?
I mean, that one's new. I started it a couple days ago, so I don't know. There's probably like 1,000 on there.
So that's $45,000 a month just on that.
So we're at $500K just on that. What are you doing here, Doug?
Sure.
I mean, it's time for us to show our holes.
I hate my job.
Some clothing.
I hate my job more every day.
This is unbelievable. I can't tell you how happy I am for you.
Yeah, it's been
and I'd love to know, the person I want to interview actually is that MFer who thought he was going to take you out. That's who I want to talk to. You know?
I know.
Like, F that guy. How does he feel now? F off. God.
Right.
Oh, that's so good.
Now, I made this offer to Erica Swings and her husband. They were in last week. I'll make you guys the same offer.
Can't wait to hear this.
I don't want to participate, but if you guys want to do something to bring in some viewers, which I'm sure many people would want to see me do this.
Oh, sure.
Is just be the guy in the corner who you guys berate, and I just sit there with my clothes on and just take it while you call me small and a loser.
You just want to watch.
And a lot of people are into the berating and the cucking, so if you want me to be the cuck in one of your scenes, I can do that for you.
That's so fun. I'll have to talk to Philip about that.
Okay. I'm sure you will. Brianna Jackson and I got to go get ripped on by some people down the hallway, so we got to wrap this up. Congratulations to you. We are super happy for you. You are a forget about millionaire, multi-millionaire. I mean, my God.
Keep doing what you do. You're having fun at it.
Look at this, Doug. Little life advice on the way out the door.
Yeah, it's nice to get the 20% that she promised us.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Brianna.
Thanks so much.
There she
All
is,
right,
Doug.
thanks, gal.
I mean, holy crap.
Wow.
7.2 million.
Good for her.
Rarely on this program am I floored.
She probably got handed $1.5 million or more, I would assume, from a company. Well, I don't know which ones are out there anymore. I don't know if they've consolidated to one mega.
I think
one.
Vixen Media Group is like the big one.
Yeah,
and it's
but I mean, you're talking $1 or $2 million for sure for probably 4 or 5 movies, and then get lean to the plug.
Not to mention how many she's going to pick up from that interview.
That's what I'm saying, dude. And once you bang lean to the plug and Adam, it's over.
But the key is her story, right? It's the fact that she was a teacher and it's taboo in the school. It's not because she's the most beautiful woman that's ever walked the planet. I'm sure she is very beautiful, but there are other beautiful women out there not making $7.2 million on their own.
So her video is definitely going to be classroom sex. It's got to fit the part to the story, right? To get
I don't know. Then you're dabbling with pedophilia, possibly.
No, Doug,
You
have
might
you not
stay away
watched
from
porn
that.
in 20 years? Their teachers getting railed by students with goatees and
I got to
beards
cut it
like
off,
that.
not only just because the topic's bizarro world, but because I got live reads, and that's what I got, right,
Okay.
Jackson? I got them.
Yeah, we got 4 of them.
So we're not going to have email of the day. You can T. McKernan at STL.com. You can yell at me about it, and we'll you know what we're going to do? We'll deal with it.
Just give it-
Maybe I can just read them at the start of Balloon Party. It
Well, you
sounds
could.
like we might have the time today.
Just give him a hint.
Design Air Heating and Cooling is the sponsor of the email today. Sorry, Seth, we didn't get to it. It looks like Scott's wrinkled ball sack's looking like he might be going OnlyFans, Iggy. So,
well, you have a following here. I wouldn't look for your leaks. I would actually pay.
Oh, Scott, there you go. You know, you got at least whatever it is, $9.95. Design Air is online at designairservice.com. Get your furnace tuned up for the winter right now while it's warm with the great Seth Goldcamp, Design Air Heating and Cooling. Doug and I are in the same deal. We're clients. We couldn't be happier. Jackson, tell me about Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Do it.
I work with him. Doug works with him. Producer Joe works with him. A number of our listeners work with him. He is the person you want in your corner when it comes to planning your financial future. You need somebody and somebody you trust, and that person that I trust is Mark Hanna, and I know you can trust Mark Hanna.
314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. For the record, the text Plowhawk sent the group is just phenomenal work, sir.
Great, right?
I mean, absolutely work. Doug, I don't know if you saw the Plowhawks text.
Just don't read it to yourself, yeah.
It is. When I saw that in the middle of the Brianna conversation, I'm like, oh, something must be going on. I'm like, oh, something was going on. Illinois Recovery Center. Illinois Recovery Center, also a wonderful sponsor of this program that is breaking news. I mean, this show's breaking news today. Illinois Recovery Center is the new premier inpatient substance abuse facility in Swansea, Illinois. When it comes to the disease of addiction, getting help should not be as difficult as it currently is. The Illinois Recovery Center's mission is to be the receiving hand in the community when someone seeks help. The IRC delivers a comprehensive system of care that welcomes both the individual struggling and family alike. If you or someone you know wants to learn more about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or email info@illinoisrecoverycenter.com. Jackson, tell me about your hair.
Making a comeback, and that's because of our friends over at St. Louis Hair Restoration. You know, my hair, when you look at it at the surface, be like, it's not that bad, but there's some things I didn't like about it, so I got the consultation. They put me on the finasteride, hooked me up with that laser cap, and now we're starting to see some regrowth. We're holding the line, and that's exactly what I wanted. It's all because I got a consultation from our friends over at St. Louis Hair Restoration. Now, with Doug, they said, how about some FUE for my man DV?
Sure, if you want to choose the option where you will have permanent results, guaranteed permanent results, to have hair where you didn't used to have hair, you go with the FUE procedure. That's what I did, and it's working. You can see these wisps. I'm sure you're jealous of my wisp. It takes a few months before it really starts to grow in, but it's a great option if your hair has always bothered you. Go to St. Louis Hair Restoration and speak with Dr. Palinga and the founder, Greg Kryling. They will take great care of you as they have with us.
There it is. All right, time for us to shut it down. We got to go. Bye.
TMA presents their second ever trivia night, November 11th at Tim's Alma Mater.